And we should be live. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the weekly MDE solo. Today, we've got Incorp Mare. This guy is known for a few things. One, he's known for being really bad. Normally, there's the 7 rolling skill 1. And like, what is this, 14 max clash power normally? That's like 2-star skill 2 levels of rolling. But he's also known for being really tanky. He gets combat start protection from his counter, which can stack with his passive. If you have 4 slots, you can just get 7 protection every turn, or more. And then he also inflicts attack power down, and has healing. So this guy is unironically pretty good for a mirror dungeon solo. Because clashing, like, everyone gets their clashing numbers increased by 70 in mirror dungeon. Also, I thought I had a run set up. I must have accidentally... Oh yeah, no, I must have forfeited the run I had. That's unfortunate. We're going to take bleed starting gifts, because I want to make it more likely for me to see something on the first floor here. Good, pack exclusive starters as usual. I guess I'll just accept if we don't see Blood Red main, but I need to see the other part of wholeness here. So we're looking for this. I had a run where both of them were the pack reward, but I guess I accidentally did forfeit instead of return to window. So we're going to have to refresh for that a little bit, just to make sure. There we go. If we're lucky, we'll still see Blood Red main in the shop. The one who nails preview here. Yeah, this is actually Capstone Mare. Using the best unit in the game for a solo. Yep. Let's see who's the better Inquisitor. I feel like it might be me. Ah yes, base Aradia solo. We're a few months early for that one. If you want the base Aradia solo, wait until... what would that be? September 9th or something? Sounds right. 9/6 bleed is a little bit. I'm probably going to only be using counters after this turn. Or actually, I mean, I can heal. We might be able to manage the bleed stack. Low coin amount going to be a pain. That's what the counter is for. I mean, we might be slow with only 2 coins, but at least bleed. Like, that's the main thing low coin count is often terrible for. Like, we now have 9/7 bleed. I think that's going to be too much until we can debuff cleanse in a turn. Wait, I also have debuff cleanse on this guy. That's a rare benefit in a solo. Like, not very many IDs can do that. He does a decent amount of damage, honestly. I mean, yeah, the Incorp gifts give like plus 50% and plus 100% damage. That's a lot of extra dynamics. Plus bleed is already like the keyword that has the second most dynamic, I'm pretty sure. I have to just full counter because it might remove my fragile or my nails. Oh yeah, I have to be below half health. I forgot about that. For my passive to activate and remove a debuff. I was just thinking it was the 4 resonance, but no, there's more to it. Yes, his counter is negative coin, because early Limbus design had no idea what they were doing. Is his Valentina being summoned today? We can try. Okay, so I'm going to attack once to bleed below half. Oh wait, I'm slow? No, I'm not going to do that. Well, okay. Sure. I'll bleed below half after this, and then I can get staggered next turn. We'll still be invincible. Season 2 is the worst with no idea what to do. They were actually trying to do like slightly more interesting stuff. They tried making like Sun Cliff and all, but it didn't really work out. Okay, so we should just be invincible. We removed our nails. -17 viewers on mobile. I guess I'm streaming to what, 17 ghosts then? Is that what a negative viewer would be? None of you guys are real. Alright, can we remove our bleed? 50-50. Nope, we removed the nails again. But yeah, we are already showing off the immovable wall aspect of this run. According to your YouTube, I only have -1 viewer, so just one hallucination. Alright. I guess that's fine. Can we remove our bleed? Yes, okay. I can actually attack now. "10 protection for 1. What does he even need that for? He's just training for Valencina. Yeah, very few IDs have built-in healing. Even fewer IDs have built-in % of damage dealt healing. Oh, hello, Greycoat. This is like the run where I need you the least, but I won't say no. In fact, I can't think of anyone else that has healing based on a percentage of the damage they deal. Like, this skill 3, if you do a lot of damage, this can heal for a ton, especially with like 20 nails on the target. You can heal for more damage than you deal. G-Corp Gregor? Ah, yeah. Is he percentage of damage dealt? I think he was. I remember. We did a solo with him a while ago at this point. Can I stagger you with this? It's better than Greycoat? Yeah, it's like 3 times as much as Greycoat. If the enemy has like 3 nails. G-Corp Gregor has 100% of damage dealt healing. That's, yeah. I mean, he was meant to be the ID that healed a lot. If he had one, like, identifying aspect of his kit, it would definitely be that. We're going to get hit here. I might regret attacking this turn, but I don't think these guys have very much same turn bleed infliction. Get Boombox for skill 2 healing as well. Yeah, I am planning to keep more skill 2s than skill 3s this run, because I want to do attack power down. Attack power down spam is fun. The goal is to make a floor 15 boss roll 0, which I think is basically only going to be possible against floor 15 Virgilius. The only other percentage healing is on the Blood Fiends, and they all have max 10 or whatever. Their healing is capped because Project Moon are cowards. The only Incorp without Lust. Yes, it is extremely sad that I cannot do Lust Resonance, because that means I can't activate Whistles, which means I can't get 9 Fanatic from the Incorp gift. Incorp Heathcliff is honestly a good solo ID. He has the plus coin drop, and he can heal because he has Gloom. But his clashing is going to be really bad. Like, I guess the Incorp gift is there to help with that. I would not call him a good solo ID, but you could find worse, I'm sure. Yeah, I think this guy, Diachi Rodia is unquestionably the best no ego gifts solo ID, but this guy might make it pretty far. He has built-in tankiness, he has built-in healing. It's not going to compete with Diachi levels of shield, but you might be able to do at least like 10 floors with him. I could see that being possible.
이번으로 몇 번째 통과죠?
17번째라네. 확실히 관리자의 지위가 동반된다면 승률이 상당히 높군.
K-Corp Honglu, obviously, yeah. The like worst solo ID in the game. I mean, I guess if you stopped at 10 floors. If your goal was just 10 floors, then he's still good. K-Corp Honglu like falls off the fastest for solo out of every ID in the game. Because he starts out good. And then you just suddenly hit that part where the enemies actually do a ton of damage and they can kill you turn 1 because you can't use embers on him. Is giftless possible in MDE? You can beat floor 15 giftless. You cannot beat floor 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 giftless in the same run because you can't repeat packs. So the answer to your question is, like, sort of. We need, like, one more easy pack. Like, you can do up to floor 13. I don't think there are 2 floors doable at floor 14 and 15, though. Just one. Just Fairy Festival. K-Corp Honglu up tie 1 so he's passiveless? Would that unironically be better? It might be. I would have to look at exactly what K-Corp Honglu's up tie 1 looks like. But that would be pretty funny if the best way to solo with him was up tie 1. But yeah, we have wholeness now, so that will increase our damage considerably. We did not start with rupture gifts today, so our early damage is hurt by that. We don't have our free damage up. Hopefully wholeness can at least partially make up for that. Is there a true worst ID to solo? I used to think it was LCCB Rodia, pretty definitively. She has extremely low health, extremely bad skills, and no keywords. But now they added Enter the BB, so any ID with Blunt just kind of can't be the worst because they have infinite healing. So I honestly don't know who the worst solo would be now. Unless you do want to say it's K-Corp Honglu because he can't use embers. But I was able to win with K-Corp Honglu without too much difficulty. So I don't think he's actually the worst. If we got like 5 more floors of MD, he would be the worst. Or if we were evaluating for hidden bosses specifically, I think there is zero world where K-Corp Honglu can beat a floor 15 hidden boss. No matter like how many gifts you have, his passive just gets him killed. But if the goal is to win the run no matter what, you can skip hidden bosses or whatever. I don't know who is the worst. Because like all of the keywordless IDs have Blunt, I'm pretty sure. Like the obvious place to look for a worst ID is the keywordless ones. I guess Zwei Gregor doesn't have blunt, but he's just the best keywordless ID. Maybe Zwei Faust doesn't, but she has Gloom for Greycoat. Like, okay, so what are we doing? I want the enemies to roll like 0 on floor 15. That's the side objective. So we need to not give them offense level, clash power, base power, final power. We can take coin power. And so I guess we'll take this here. They're all the same clashing wise, but I'll take the tier 2 gift over the tier 1 gift. And then you know what time it is. It's contaminated needle and thread time. Yes, I did know about that freeze. If you lower your stagger threshold, and then your stagger threshold is above your current HP, like if you've bled below it, then that gets you staggered. The game like updates, and it's like, oh, I should be staggered right now. Normally it's not easy to fight this guy really early because he does so much bleed, but we can remove our bleed. Or we can just heal. So I'm curious how this will go. As long as I can clash this turn 1, which I can. This Vigregor is a fun keywordless solo, yeah. He's probably the only one I would say fun. You've asked for Base Sinclair as the worst one. He seems so bad in theory, but just my experience with him, the run went so well and so fast. Like, I had a harder time with the Magic Bullet Otis solo than Base Sinclair. In theory, he is really bad, though. He has, like, the lowest defense capability in the game. And he still doesn't have any infinite healing. But I just... You know, I'm a guy that believes in real experience, and my real experience with that solo was just totally fine. Which blunt gift are we talking about? It's Enter the BB, Enter the Big Brother. It is the Nocturnal Sweeping Bakgak Fusion gift. It's meant for the middle IDs, but any ID with blunt can just get infinite healing from it, and gives you like 10% of the damage you deal as healing, which is more than enough with MDE amounts of damage. We won't get new theme packs or gifts this WALP. Yeah, I haven't talked about WALP at all. It's a bit sad that we don't have any fight. I was kind of expecting us to fight John Solomon or something, but no, we just don't get anything. Although I am... Enter the BB is worse if the ID has a bleed keyword. I would argue yes, because Respite is really good in solos to stack offense level. And so I like to keep Respite itself. You can still grab the boombox for healing on blunt skills, but then it's only like 5%. That can actually not be enough in some cases. Like if you're dealing with a 99 bleed stack, that might not be enough healing in that case. But like you can get healing elsewhere, you can use Ego if needed. We got a Clash for 0 there. It's still floor 2, not floor 15, but you know, we're seeing the idea work out here. What do we think about the Dawn Office IDs? I feel like they had so many skills. Like, I was watching the trailer and Unifaust just kept doing more animations. It's like, how many skills do you have? All these different variations and stuff. Can you push your stagger bar below 0 but it's not technically deleted? I believe it gets deleted for the player. Because players and enemies do have some mechanics that just behave differently, and I believe that's one of them. Are there any ego gifts that can lower your stagger threshold? Because that would be an easy way to test. Because Fire Fist Gregor has a 0 stagger threshold, for some reason. It's like my favorite Limbus fun fact. I have no idea why they decided to give that to him. But I guess they decided that he specifically needs to be worse against Tremor enemies.
유사 실험 기록이 있다면 바로 전송해줄게.
차포잡이라.
이단을
예상한
정화해.
것보다 움직임이 더 좋구나. 이제
이단을 정화해.
수에선 벗어났나?
Fast and Gregor getting their 3rd ID this season.
참여하게 되리라.
It's like, yes, I feel like Volfergus is kind of excluded from their normal ID cycling.
하지만
Especially with, like,
물리는군.
I forget who it was. Whatever Heathcliff released close to Full Stop Heathcliff, there was, like, very little time between those two.
흙으로도 돌아가지
그럼 오늘
못하리라.
림컨버 회식 메뉴는 수박을 곁들인 용수형 과자로 결정하지. 숨겨둔 술을 드러내는
참여하게 되리라.
And then, like, a lot of IDs have already gotten 2, or a lot of Sinners have already gotten 2 IDs this season.
이제 신 수에선
So, like,
벗어났나?
basically anyone for Volfergus would be getting a 3rd ID.
노인을 위한
Or maybe not
강화지만
basically anyone, but a lot of people.
활용 가능성에 대해 고민해보게.
Didn't Heathcliff go almost a year with no IDs after that, though? It just, I mean, some ID goes like a year without a lot of the time. I forget who it was. It was like Ishmael waited a really long time after Liu or something. Like things like that just happen.
참여하게 되리라.
역시 모가지를 분질러야 조용해지는.
We've had a past experience with a modded fight, where you got Diachirodia staggered below 0, but the enemy managed to bring it back up with Tremor. Interesting. Maybe it's not truly deleted then. It's like, okay, how much do I have to use my skill 1 to get this below? What if I use only skill 1s? It's like 10 per, right? It shouldn't take that many.
참여하게 되리라.
And then I can see if it shows up on the menu still.
이단을 정화했다.
Oh yeah, it's percentage based. This is going below easily. Lower stagger threshold by 60% of damage dealt. That's kind of crazy.
적절한 비교 지표가 있는지 모르겠군. 유사 실험 기록이 있다면 바로 전송해줄게.
Let's see if it still shows the tremor bar here.
알리사가 감도를 93%
No, so this was my theory for it being deleted, is that it doesn't show up here, and you can't see it visually, like you can see
이건 쓸수
negative bars on the enemy.
참여하게 되리라더군.
침묵하라. 무가치 않은 저항일 뿐이다.
He didn't know he had that. Yeah, Incorp Mare has some interesting, kind of unique stuff going on. But people can't really look past the bad clash power, which, like, understandable. Clash power and damage
무가치 않은 저항.
are the most important things in the game. You could be misremembering, but you once lowered your stagger bar on Sync Otis so much it looped and she was showing on the left bar. I find that extremely hard to believe, because to me that sounds like you're maxing out an integer value to cause something like that. You would have to lower it by like thousands. Like, what's the lowest value that the health could be possibly stored at?
이단을 정화했다.
I feel like
무가치
I
않은
feel like they
저항일
would. I mean, enemy health can go into the thousands, so they have to be like higher than 2048, higher than 4096. You're probably looking at like 32,000 at the minimum. I don't think you're doing that. It's very easy to see with Mariachi Sinclair. What exactly are we talking about? Getting the stagger bar back? I mean, I can try to use more skill 1s, see if it loops around or whatever, but I don't think it's going to.
저항일 뿐. 침묵하라.
저 개체는 오래 버티지.
Unless it's like, if it goes to minus 100% of my health, then maybe it's something like that. Like, let's use a bunch of skill 1s.
참여하게 비켜. 이단을 정화했다.
LC나 LCD에게서 산출했던 비정상 값과 다르게 이건 쓸 수 있겠어. 양질의 데이터를 얻었군.
이단을 정화했다. 이단을 정화했다. 이단을
Your
정화했다.
problem is, aren't we a bit over Urban Plague by now? Not in terms of Valpurgis progression. Maybe ID strength or whatever, but they don't have to adhere to that. Valpurgis exists to give us past content, and I'm extremely happy that we are not moving past things unnecessarily. I would love it if we got, you know, most of the Ruina characters into this game. I especially hate the Star of the City Night Owl's Gregor argument because he's a general reception. He shouldn't count. There's contaminated needle and thread. Okay. Buy random gifts, fuse. Tier 4 Pierce. Sell that, and we're on our way. Nothing I want to enhance, yeah. Nothing yet.
흙으로 돌아가지 못.
I can't wait for the musicians of Bremenwald. I would welcome it.
참여하게 되리라.
I feel like now that we've actually gotten another like Dawn Office ID, we aren't skipping that. I think it's very likely we'll get Wedge Office, which I'm happy for. We could experiment on the Extreme 4 Automated Factory. Unfortunately, I'm planning to get rid of all my skill 1s.
참여하게 되리라.
I think if it was anything reasonable to see, we would have seen it there.
침묵하라.
차포잡이라. 예상한 것보다 움직임이 더 좋구나.
알리사가 감도를 93%까지 끌어올렸던 실험 데이터보다
I
산출값이
cannot kill you before you do this. I have to actually clash your things.
참여하게 되리라.
양질의 데이터를 얻었군.
Marigus has such good passives. Yeah, especially like add the new Blade Singer you go into the mix. That just gives him like so much healing. I mean, it's insane for Blade Lineage Mare himself, obviously. But even if you aren't Blade Lineage Mare, you can get good damage from it. Maybe on the eventual Mariachi Sinclair solo, we'll see the stagger threshold shenanigans we're talking about. Yeah. This game's coding is one big Mandela effect experiment. That's a funny way to put it. They change things unannounced sometimes. Sometimes they do announce things and people just don't remember. Like, they've changed how Clash knockback works like 4 times.
놀만치 노른 것 같은 게 이제 싸게 치워불고 들어가자. 고생들이었다.
Okay, Groot, that doesn't affect their clashing. These both give 2 offense level towards clashing, so I'm going to take the stronger gift just for fusion purposes. I don't care about headstrong like at all. And then, okay, so I didn't actually pre-plan my route for this run. Do we care about getting this gift? 2 Pierce power up is my... What is my main skill? The main skill I'm using, my skill 3 is Pierce, so that's the one that like needs the clashing. So we could go for that. Plushie, it's definitely not plushie. I think we just do full stop here and then we get like another 4 through 10 pack available that way. If we, it's like we're skipping Cetacean Heart in favor of like, I don't know what our last pack would be. It's like in favor of line 1 or something. I would rather do line 1 over Cetacean Heart, I think. And I would probably have to skip line 1. Why have they not updated the description for Illusory Hunt after all this time? I forget what this one is. Focused encounter start, apply 2 damage up to all allies. That does make it sound like it only applies for the first turn. You know, I've honestly never paid attention to if this gift actually works or not. Can you tell me what it does and what the description should be? Or is it like, does it work every turn but the description makes it sound like it's 1? Is that all that it is? Because when I think of a misleading gift description, it applies every turn, okay. Misleading gift description for me is unquestionably just piece of relationship. They've never changed that thing's wording since MD1, and it doesn't fit what it actually does now.
아직도 불의 여유가 남아있나?
이단을 정화했다.
Oh, if I kill him with the first coin, I don't get my healing.
수에선 벗어났나?
아, 놀랐네.
We might die here to full stop being full stop. No, they had no lust skill, okay.
할줄 알았으면 빨리 좀 하지.
참여하게 되리라.
What does peace actually do? You have to keep it to get the levels. Piece of relationship didn't actually exist in MD1? I swear it did.
이단을 정화했다.
Have I really, like, just gaslit myself into believing this? Like, that was the reason for it the entire time? I thought that was why it said, like, upon acquisition, because it only applied to the IDs you had, because back in MD1 you could gain new IDs throughout the run.
이단을 정화했다. 이단을 정화했다.
I thought that was, like, the only tier 4 gift, basically.
이단을 정화했다.
Or, like, the only keyword was tier 4.
17번째라네. 확실히 관리자의 지위가 동반된다면 승률이 상당히 높군.
Oh, hello. Can anyone pass this check? Our Ishmael should be able to, so give me this. Gift tiers didn't exist until MD... Okay, geez, I really must not remember MD1 all that well then. Okay, Ishmael. Yeah, you can hit all 4 on the Mind Whip, but as soon as you have to hit 1 for your skill 2, you fail the check.
다리라.
Bleed plushie was bugged for like 3 seasons. Yeah, it just did nothing, apparently. It's a lot harder to notice like a percentage thing not working when you stack so many other ones compared to something like, oh, I'm not inflicting bleed when I'm supposed to be. There's just like so many factors going into the damage calculation, it's hard to be sure like, oh, this 10% buff isn't applying.
예상한 것보다 움직임이 더 좋구나.
무가치 않은 저항일.
이제 싱 수에선 벗어났나?
신앙이 빈약한.
Average full stop experience. Oh my gosh.
시시한 말은 하지 마.
난도가 너무
그
높았던 게 아닐까요?
말는
조금 내리는 편이.
해야 할 일은
아니, 방금 상황으로
밭돌뿐이지.
얻은 데이터가
참여하게
있었기에
되리라.
굳이 난도를 내릴 필요는 없겠지.
하지만 그를 받자.
Makes you wonder how they found out it was bugged.
침묵하라.
Yeah, I mean, I guess someone just like ran the numbers and it didn't work
어쩌면
out,
그게 지표가
and
있는지
they
모르겠군.
found out it was Plushy and
유사시간
reported
기록이
it.
있다면 바로 전송해주겠어.
참여하게 되리라.
Old piece of relationship was basically prestige car, but there were only 4 shop slots. Yeah, you know what? Now that you say that, I feel like somewhere in the back of my mind, I do remember piece of relationship used to do something completely different. I had completely forgotten that, or what that something different was. But
참여하게 되리라.
I believe you. Talking about last event, most people are gonna say implicit contract renewal better than smoking pipe because you can get it from the shop.
이단을 정화했다.
I just think smoking pipe is the much better gift,
무가치 않은
even if it's the easier one to get, because you can pierce keyword search for it. If I'm going to miss one, I would much rather miss the contract.
이단을 정화했다. 이단을 정화했다.
Also, I think contract might have been in my end floor rewards. Hello, Gasifium. I think we're going to sell you today. Although, I mean, you could help an enemy roll 0. Oh, prestige card early. It's a good run. So what did I actually get? I need to look for a Pierce gift, right? I got yeah, I got that, so we're searching Poise. Did I say Pierce? We're searching Poise. I don't need this. I want Gear Shrapnel. I'll buy Drill, because it's a tier 4. I don't care too much if I miss Gear Shrapnel. I'm not going to do, like, extra keyword searches. I got what I came here for. Ah, I still got it. Alright, good job. Infuse 22211. Give me the other Pierce gift. Okay, we just got actually everything. Sure. I should have fused with the chickens. I have to remember that I have those. You always go for contract in the event because it's easier to get smoking pipe. If you care about getting both, then yes, that makes sense. I just don't care that much about contract. It only does anything if the enemy is staggered. And the enemy is not often staggered in MDE. Especially if I'm taking White Gasifium today.
옛날에 외부 감사로 뛰던 것이 생각나네.
무가치 않은 저항일 뿐. 이단을 정화했다.
차포장이라 예상한 것보다 움직임이 더 좋구나.
이단을 정화했다.
These guys going to full stop me to death. How many lost skills? I guess I can, like, get rid of my stagger bar. Oh, no, they're just getting staggered. That's really it. Let's try to get rid of my stagger bar with skill 1s. You think handheld mirror is criminally underrated in MDE? I don't think it's very good. I'm part of the people that you would say underrate it because... so, it gives some people bind. When the enemy recovers from stagger, you have to stagger them in the first place, and so many enemies just can't get staggered, or like their only stagger threshold is down at 30% or something after you take Tremor Barrier. So this adding extra stagger thresholds effect often just won't be able to trigger, because you can't stagger them in the first place.
이단을 정화했다.
이제 싱 수에선 벗어났나?
무가치 않은 저항일 뿐. 무가치 않은 저항일 뿐.
Oh yeah, I'm actually a Pierce Pride skill 3. I get the bonus damage from smoking pipe as well. That will help me out for sure. Yeah, what are the floors I should be going to after this? I should be thinking about that. Have it planned in my head at least.
내가 싸움에서 이겼단 말인가?
드넓은 홍원에 인재만 집한다.
For floors
관객 또한 그와 같은
4 through 10, where are we going?
치그리 얄밉게 하는
We could still go crawling abyss, but I don't think I want to.
이단의 정화에
It's like, we're definitely going line 2.
관리자가 상황에 맞는
We should
효과적인
probably go
공격
line
수단을
1. There's
갖췄으니
enough extreme packs. Or, sorry, line 3. We shouldn't wait until extreme for that because there's just enough extreme packs that give useful gifts that I want to go to. We have Code Purple, Incorp, Don Quixote, that's 3 already. And Lei Hang, yeah, that's 4 gifts I want, and you can only get 4 extreme gifts. So I definitely need to do line 3 before floor 11. Also, are these guys going to kill me? How many lust moves? That was so much damage.
알리사가 가능도를 93%까지 끌어올렸던 시험 데이터보다 산출값이 좋네요.
LCA나 LCD에게서 산출했던
이단의
비정상값과
정화에
다르게 이건
So
쓸수
yeah,
있겠어.
line 2 and line 3 are locked in, guaranteed I'm going there. What else? Probably Miracle in District 20, it just has good gifts. I don't have Investigator Badge as a starter gift, so we're definitely going there. That's 4. What else? I might care about Nocturnal Sweeping. If we're going for the immovable wall strategy, I would have to get the Shadow Bamboo Hat. And it would give me skill 2 healing as well. I should probably count it in my planned route. So that's 5, and then
분조
line 1 rounds out the 6, something like that.
분질러야 조용해지는군. 저 도야지 같은 새끼들.
I think there are enough packs I care about going to more than Cetacean Heart, is the point of thinking about this.
이단의 정화에
Which means floor 4 is probably going to line 2. Is this the ID that is most improved in the Mirror Dungeon solo tier list compared to the regular gameplay tier list?
가능도를 93%까지 끌어올렸던 시험
Because they go from
산출값이 좋네요.
extremely low tier
이단의 정화에
to like actually pretty good. This guy is definitely better than like 70% of the IDs for soloing. Maybe better than 90%. There's like what, 170 something IDs in the game. Are there 18 IDs better than him for solo? Probably. So I don't think he's top 10%. But like top 20%, I think it's possible.
이단의 정화에
Compared to being like bottom 10% in regular gameplay. Or well, okay, are there 17 IDs worse than him?
같이 한 저항일 뿐
I feel like that's a harder question for me.
저항일 뿐 이단의 정화에
I guess because of base IDs, there are probably 17 IDs worse than him.
침묵하라
Like, he has attack power down utility on his skill 2,
이단의
and he
정화에
won't die in like 1 hit. I think that alone is enough to make him not bottom 10%, even if nobody will ever use him.
이단의
Because in
정화에
Limbus, there's kind of no reason to ever use an ID that isn't in the top third of all IDs. Just because you can always get whatever ID you want,
이단의 정화에
make any team you want.
이단의 정화에
이번으로 몇 번째 통과죠?
17번째라네. 확실히 관리자의 지위가 동반된다면 승률이 상당히 높군.
Alright. This does not increase their clashing, and all of these other ones are basically equivalent for clashing. Technically, this one is one less, because it has one lower offense level, but I'm going to take this one because I don't want to take the worst trial in the game, and I want the bonus gift. It gives me... I'll grab Grand Welcome. We might want to use a ton of ego later, just for fun. So yeah, it's bridal time. It's a safe pick on floor 4 because you know you want to do it. What's the best non-season 7 ID to solo with MD? Well, okay, I'll mention Diachirodia and say that she's technically really good, but she's really boring. And then I'll say Heisho Heathcliff. I think it's still him. He was the best before season 7. You were digging around in the wiki, and this was the exact effect of old piece of relationship. Cost requirement for deploying identities or ego reduced by 30%. Yeah. Now that you have that, I do remember there being a gift that did that, and I guess that was old piece of relationship. And yes, it was really bad because you didn't need it at all. Okay. Fuse with the chickens. 3-3-1. Gave me downpour. That's not what I was expecting. "95% super shop." We can get that up to 100. And we got the refund twice there. That's nice. With a blunt based attack skill. I can do that. We did our sell already? Okay. Yeah. Long packs are terrible for the economy. But, you know, rather do it now compared to later. Does the new Monastic Experience Fusion Gift earliest... Yeah, it's only for S-Corp Onlu. He is the only S-Corp ID.
내가 벌써 눈이 침침해졌는가?
Honorary blade lineage.
퍼즐은 풀어봤나?
Oh no, the evil Rather is.
참여하게 되리라.
시대를 죽어라 굴리다 보면 답이 나올 테지.
Surely I don't do like 300 damage to this guy. Yeah, 172, that's fine. I can unstagger still.
손댈 뻔했잖니. 이만 찰 줄 알았으면 빨리 좀 하지 그랬냐?
준비해둔 수단은 있나?
참여하게 되리라.
It's interesting that win rate selected my skill 1 on the bottom slot for my second slot, but it selected my skill 3 on the top slot for the left slot. It's like I thought it would always default to the bottom slot if you win the clash no matter what. But I'm pretty sure my left skill slot also would have won. So why did only that one pick the skill 3? Maybe it was actually up against it. No, there's no way I would lose any of these clashes. I don't know. Win rate is still a mystery to me at times. Yeah, my skill 1 isn't even a bleed skill. I really need to get rid of those for respite stacking.
의를 아주 박살내버렸시야. 화끈한 맛이 아주 딱이야.
I also miss the MD progression system. I want my Starlight Tree back. Who doesn't love permanent upgrades? Headstrong and offense level up. These are the weakest for clashing. And that's the goal. Arguably should have taken the tier 3 there just to have a better gift, but I chose to take one more gift out of the pool. Alright. Can any of the things I'm looking for show up? I don't think we're doing monastic experience today. I would be able to deal with the boss fine because I can cleanse debuffs, but just I don't think this is that useful. 5 elephants level down is like a fine gift to go for, but snake slough is better. And I would say like the other thing is better. We can just go do line 3 now if we want. It would be like the earliest I've ever done line 3. Yeah, sure. Why not? I know I'm going here at some point. Make sure I don't forget. Hello, Lamanchal and Kindred in chat. I'll try to fuse embers still because you're supposed to, but I might be forcing myself into a trial here. Oh, I should have used Ishmael, I guess. -1 tier 2 gift. Oh, we're failing checks today, but you still get that one. Let's see. I mean, maybe I just roll into embers in the shop if I keyword search for burn, right? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do a Starlight skill replacement because I have infinite Starlight and he's just not showing up. Pierce attack type skill 2. I don't have that. I'll buy this. I will do a fusion for a blunt gift. Maybe we'll actually get a blunt gift this time. Is it 421? Yeah. A 73% super shove. I don't like that. $94, we can 97. Now we'll just full enhance. I have both of the enhancement cost reduction things, so it's just that I'm potentially getting less interest. I still have never like fact checked if the cost you get for killing the boss is factored into the interest from Grace 2 or not. If it is factored in, then I like really don't have to care about keeping cost at all. I got an early prestige for this run, so I can kind of do whatever I want with my money, and we'll be fine. Like after this floor, as long as we don't get to a long pack, we should have all the cost we need. And I forgot I was supposed to fuse burn, so I guess we are forced to take whatever trial Embers is attached to. Oh, yeah, MD3 fusion was so bad. It was like if you fuse Envy gifts, your resulting gift is more likely to be charged, I think. It was something like that. You didn't choose the keyword yourself, you just threw the gifts together, and it was basically never worth it. There was no guarantee of getting a better gift or like the keyword you wanted at all. It was actually like, would you rather have 3 gifts or 1 gift? Trial is final power. Yeah, I'm probably going to get punished for this, but oh well. I can lower the enemy's final power with my skill too. It's not the end of the world.
피해 산출값이 예상 범위를 벗어났는데요.
적절한 비교 지표가 있는지 모르겠고 유사 시간 기록이 있다면 바로 점수를 주게.
법을 이제야 좀 이해했고.
It wasn't chance-based at all? Okay. guess I just never understood Fusion back then. I wasn't like a super fan of Limbus back then, so a lot of the early season stuff, I didn't like talk with anyone else. It was just how I thought I experienced it through the gameplay, so I probably have a lot of misconceptions, honestly. I was just one guy that played the game. I didn't get like really into Limbus until Kanto 7, because that's when I decided to start YouTube.
모, 분, 조, 토.
참여하게 되리라.
역시 모가지를 분질러야 조용해진다.
이단을 정화해.
고야지 같은 새끼들.
이단을 정화했다.
옳다.
이단을 정화했다. 무가치한 저항이 이단을
So I
정화했다.
guess I think my next fusion priority should be
이단을 정화했다.
Clear Mirror, I guess. Crits are nice, lots of damage.
참여하게 되리라.
I need Clear Mirror and then I need Lunar, so I'll go back to fusing blunt gifts after that. Yeah, Gift Sin Affinity does literally nothing now since I got rid of the old fusion method. Maybe someday
무가치한 저항일 뿐.
we'll be able to choose that somehow. But for now, it's just a system that doesn't need to exist.
무가치한 저항일 뿐. 침묵하라.
Its only reason to exist is for trivia. You could ask, like, what affinity is the Wealth Ego gift?
실험 데이터보다 산출값이 중요해. LCA나 LCD에게서 산출했던 비정상
That's about the only useful thing it matters for now. I don't know the answer to my own question, by the way. I would guess either Lust or Envy, or Gluttony. Honestly, it could be like any of them.
침묵하라.
Let's actually find out.
이단을 정화했다. 무가치한 저항일
That's not Control F, that was Control R. Wealth. Wealth is Envy, okay.
호. 제 행.
이단을 정화했다.
그렇다면
유효하군.
무산이다.
참여하게 되리라. 이단을
Wow, we're
정화했다.
like an hour into stream. Definitely not the fastest run I've ever done. We have like, you know, decently long animation time, and we definitely don't do the most damage ever. So it takes us more skills to kill enemies. Like this is, we're doing some of the longer floors early on here. Full Stop and Line 3 are notably long floors. Things will speed up a bit on like floor 7 or 8 probably.
무가치한 저항일 뿐. 이단을 정화했다. 이단을 정화했다. 이단을 정화했다.
Hello,
이단을
welcome to
정화했다.
chat. We are going through line 3 here,
참여하게 되리라.
really becoming the immovable wall. But yeah, I need
저항일 뿐.
Clear Mirror and Emerald Light. Sure, that's my wish list right now. Give me crits unlocked.
이번으로 몇 번째 통과죠?
17번째라네. 확실히 관리자의 지위가 동반된다면 승률이 상당히 높아.
On to the infinite floors. Is Mirror Dungeon Infinite the worst name? Also, it is Final Power. I got punished for forgetting to fuse it. And we'll grab Brutality, because that does not increase their clash power at all. Okay, so I could do Line 1, but I should not do a long pack right now. My economy is too hurt at the moment. You just roll it down, and if nothing I want shows up, where do we go? Let's go... Honestly, where do I go? I guess, like, Nocturnal Sweeping? It's not a very long pack. What gifts actually help reduce clash power? Things that lower enemy offense level is kind of it. Does Twining Threads have good gifts? Not really. Unless you are a Ring ID. Dusk of Amber doesn't really either. You know, I thought I listed off a lot more packs when I was, like, theorizing what I wanted to do. I guess we're going Nocturnal Sweeping. And we will be refreshing for some blunt gifts.
흙으로도 돌아가지 못하리라.
You just need to have equal offense level to the enemy, yes, but that's not easy to do.
전투 테스트가 너무 많지 않냐고요?
참여하게
Enemies will almost always have higher offense level than you.
문서를 통해 분석한 결과 자네들의 관심사가 거울 전쟁
On floor 15, at least, which is where we're going with this.
판단했지.
저희가 야근이라는 말을 달고 산다고.
There is like the
아니잖아요.
Voodoo Doll tier 1 gives them -2 final power.
참여하게 되리라.
Blue Star Shard -3 final power. I don't know if any gifts will actually directly reduce enemy clash power.
침묵하라.
피해 산출값이 예상 범위를 벗어났는데.
There's gotta be something that does that, right?
저런 기대 지표가 있는지 모르겠고. 유사 시간 기록이 있다면 바로 전송해주게.
참여하게 되리라.
Yeah, these guys are not very able to damage me, that's for sure. I have my 10 shield from Drifter Ryoshu. Can they even break that shield?
무가치 한 저항일 뿐이다. 무가치 한 저항일 뿐.
아, 놀랐네.
Okay, yeah, they're actually still dealing damage. I'm not taking only ones. I guess I wasn't doing protection.
줄 알았으면 빨리 좀 하지 그랬냐?
참여하게 되리라.
I guess with the respite, maybe I can
이단은
reach
정말
as much offense level as them.
이제 그것은 그 짝에 갖다 줘야지. 아, 별로 어려울 거
무가치 한 저항일 뿐.
Speaking of shield, you've been wondering how shield piercing effects actually work.
관리자가 상황에 맞는 효과적인 공격.
This is not something I've thought about too much, but we can talk about it.
참여하게
What do you mean by a shield piercing effect? Do you mean like dealing extra damage to shields?
옳다.
Like Valencina? Or that tier 1 rupture gift? Or is there something else you're referring to?
무가치 한 저항일 뿐이다. 이단은 정화의
I think the rupture gift is Boonstake.
상태가 조금 변했을 거예요. 눈치채시면 바로 말씀
참여하게
하시지
되리라.
마시고 끝나고 종이에 적어주세요.
관리자가 째깍대는 소리도 잘 녹음해두게. 상황별로 파형을 분석해봐야겠어.
이단은 정화의
고, 언,
Alright.
올. 하지만 슬슬 물리는군.
Something that ignores shield? Is there an effect like that in the game?
용수형이라는 군 거를 파는 곳 있나?
Like with Boonstake, if you deal 99 rupture damage to an enemy that has 50
그러면은
shield.
컴버
Yeah,
회신맹유는
I don't know. I
수박을
think
곁들인 용수형
it
과자로
works
결정하지.
the way that helps you. Or well, okay, Boonstake is different. Really? Okay, I still get the gift. I just have to do a fight for it. Sure. We're failing so many checks today. I swear we failed more than we've passed. How long is this fight? 11 enemies as punishment? Okay.
그건 전달받은 문서를 통해 분석한 결과 자네들의 관심사가 거울 전쟁이라는 결론을 내렸기
It's
때문에
like, we can't go from the wording because this is Olympus Company, but let's look at the exact wording of Boonstake. Rupture effects deal +100 damage against enemy shields.
참여하게 되리라.
Yeah, I would have to test that to be sure.
정화의
I could see it working either way. But I feel like it would just make the rupture damage instance twice as much, which would damage beyond shields. That's how I would expect it to be coded.
효과적인 공격 수단을 택했으니 당연한 결과일 테지.
숨겨둔 수를 드러내는
참여하게 되리라.
Let's hope Philip Clear gets permanent ego and always 45 SP when he returns. Not a chance, but we can hope.
그걸는지 모르겠고. 유사 시간 기록이 있다면 바로 전송해줄게.
무가치한 저항일 뿐.
차포잡이야. 예상했보다 움직임이 더 좋구나.
I do wonder how they'll adapt Lone Fixer into Limbus, because Lone Fixer is like Yuna's main thing. There's no way she doesn't have it. Is it going to be 3 final power? Like 3 final power is way better in Ruina compared to Limbus, but being solo is way less bad in Limbus compared to Ruina.
별로 어려울 것도 없.
So like they could justify keeping it 3 final power because of that. Or they might just make it pathetically weak, who knows?
참여하게
저
되리라.
도야지 같은 새끼들.
무가치한 저항일 뿐.
아, 아이, 놀랐네. 담배 펼쳤어.
무타법을 이제야 좀
관리 좀 하지.
Philip Sinclair probably comes back at full health and full sanity, maybe, but I don't think he would be locked to max sanity.
알리사가 감도를 93%까지 끌어올렸던 실험 데이터보다 산출값이 좋네요.
I'm pretty sure Valencina's damage against shields is just dynamic applied when the enemy has a shield. I don't know if it would update per coin though, or if it's
산출값이 좋네요.
like for the entire skill. Is it on use, or is it like in a passive?
근처에 용수염이라는 군 거를 판 곳 있나?
흙으로도 돌아가지 못하리라.
이건. 그럼 오늘 림컨버 회식 메뉴는 수박을 곁들인 용수염 과자로
They're making me clash into a Mao counter.
전달받은 문서를 통해 분석한
I guess I
결과
could have countered.
자녀들의 관심사가
Yeah, I staggered them
거울
still.
피해 산출값이 예상 범위를 벗어났는데요.
적절한 비교 지표가 있는지 모르겠군. 유사 실험 기록이 있다면 바로 전송해줄게.
적의 팔다리를 끊었군.
참여하게
이제
되리라.
전력으로 쳐라.
It's in a passive, so it's probably checked per coin.
무가치한 저항일 뿐이라.
And as long as the enemy has some amount of shield, then her attacks gain however much dynamic. Isn't it a crazy amount so that she can actually break the Virgilia's
적의
shield?
팔다리를 끊었군. 이제
참여하게 되리라.
전력으로
Like
쳐라.
400% or something. Two separate effects that both increase damage to shield. Imagine if they worked differently. That would be the most Olympus Company thing of all time. I have a bit of rupture on me.
외부 강사로 뛰던 것이 생각나네.
참여하게 되리라.
그것만 잡아준다겠지. 일자리 다
침묵하라.
무타법을 이제야 좀 이해했고.
무가치한 저항일
450 or 480% depending on how the passive works. Okay. Yeah, that's enough to break through that 600 shield, alright?
침묵하라.
아재, 그것은 그 짝에 갖다 써야지. 아, 별로 어려울 것도 없잖아.
참여하게
무분조토
되리라.
역시 모가지를 분줄.
I hope we can get a hidden boss today. My last run didn't get any hidden boss, and that's just always sad.
이단을 정화해.
Although 2 runs ago, I got Valencina off stream, so I finally broke my streak of never getting Valencina.
전 저항이다.
Maybe she'll show up again.
저는 오래 버티지 못하군요.
참여하게
관리자가 상황에 맞는 효과적인 공격 수단을 택했으니 당연한
이단을
결과지.
정화해.
아, 놀랐네.
이단을 정화해.
옳다.
Olympus at times seems to have the Path of Exile wording situation, but inconsistent. I don't know enough about Path of Exile to really comment on that.
이단을 정화해.
Is this a good or a bad thing?
17번째라네. 확실히 관리자의 지위가 동반된다면 승률이
The
상당히
most niche ego gift. Before attack, apply 1 hit a shield to the enemy. Yeah. The Valencina buff. We're on Heisho floor. Give me Shadow Bamboo Hat. There we go. And then give me blunt gifts. I'm going to fuse some tier 3 blunt gifts here. I think we can do another keyword refresh. Crushed memory, that works. Skill replace, give me another skill 2. Yeah, these are just good, so I'll buy them. And then I'll try to fuse the lower tier blunt gifts, I think. After, of course, I fuse. Do I want Enter the BB? I don't think so. I got Matthias with Jiyoung-ish, yeah. For 11 Matthias, that was still almost impossible because of the extra challenge on that run. Give me boys. Let's hold off on that. Let's see. I want the blunt tier 3. I mean, how many blunt gifts are still in the pool? It might not be reasonable to fuse this, but I should give it a try at least. Cool. Alright, this one doesn't actually do anything. The blunt tier 2 is the one that matters. Okay. 1, 1, 2 should do it, but I don't have another 1 to give up. 2 2s makes a tier 2. I don't need more resources. It's a 1 clash power. I don't need it. I gave it a try. Maybe I get it at the end. We got the bamboo hat, which is the main thing you come here for. Right? I'm pretty sure I already got it. If you see it, don't forget the bamboo hat. Someone says that. I'm pretty sure I bought it. I'll double check here.
전투 테스트가 너무 많지 않나고요?
Yeah, we got it.
전달받은 문서를 통해 분석한 결과
I should use ego to speed this up.
결론을 내렸기 때문에
전 저항.
전투를
이단을
좋아한다고
정화해.
판단했지.
저희가 야근이라는
이제
말을
싱크스에서
달고
벗어났나?
야근을 좋아하는 건 아니잖아요.
You don't think you've seen it activate a single time. What are we talking about? Most niche gift goes to Faded Overcoat. I've seen it activate at least once.
나머지도 싸게 터뜨려야겠지.
Ah yes, I need my Shadow Bamboo hat when we have 10 protection every turn and no slash skill. It stacks on top of protection, so it's really good still. Even if you have 10 protection, and also the first turns are just by far the hardest to survive, and you don't have 10 protection on the first turn, or the second turn.
기록이 있다면 바로 전송해줄게.
전 저항. 이단을 정화해.
그러지. 그것은 근자하게 갖다 써야지. 별로 어려울 것도 없잖아.
See, the gift that I've never seen activate is that one King in Bine's gift, but that's because I don't run teams, really, and when I do run teams, I don't have people die. Never seen Swift command activate. That's that one full stop pack gift, right? Yeah, I've never done that one, I'm pretty sure.
싸울 준비는 끝났을까? 무엇을 그렇게 깝깝하게 쳐다만 보고 있고 그런다냐? 저런 놈들이 세 번이나
증기압축 피스톤 압력 제한 해제. 관측 완료된 시간부터 계산 완료.
Yeah, if you can actually uncurse the Records gift, it is quite good. It's same turn on stagger. so it like won't cancel all your skills. You can have the same effect with badge or ampule, but those require you to like fully die to unstagger.
이단의 정화에
차포잡이라. 예상한 것보다 움직임이 더 좋구나.
You've done a retreat-based gift for fun, so you've seen both of those activate.
하지만 그래봤자 더.
What other gifts or potentials for never activated?
법을 이제야 좀 이해했고.
And I guess this is a cheating answer, but I don't think I've ever had average artwork activate, because I've only ever gotten it when I immediately fuse it into exquisite artwork.
옳다.
옛날에 외부 강사로 뛰던 것이 생각나네.
참여하게 되리라.
Next week we're going to have a Heathcliff solo and be stuck at 415 Valentina. If we get Valentina on the base Heathcliff Egoist solo, if it's above floor 12, I have very little hope. He just won't be able to hit her at all. Not to mention the whole not dying part being difficult as well. He just won't be able to break her evade.
역시 모가지를 분질러야 조용히 지내고. 저 도야지 같은 새끼.
이단의 정화에
You could say the same for the fixed violin gift because you got it floor 1 for Compendium and never touched it again. Yeah, I kept it the full run when I actually did it, but like, does it have an effect that could have not triggered?
이단의 정화에
Yeah, all of its effects actually. Because it's the number 5 and 6 deployed IDs only.
이번으로 몇 번째 통과죠?
17번째라네. 확실히 관리자의
At least it
지위가
removes the
변경된다는
being low health conditional, but it's still a pretty useless gift. Brutality does not increase their clashing. Resilient does the next least. Okay. And I'll grab a duplicate over. I need to read this. I always forget if this helps or not. When clashing against targets with rupture, gain some clash power. That works for me regardless. Yeah, if the enemy has rupture from drill or barbed lasso, that can still do something. Okay. We have for 7, 8, 9, and 10. That is going to be line 1, miracle, time killing time, and something else. I really thought I planned this out and was decided on 5 things I wanted to go to, but I guess I, like, didn't, evidently. I'll just get the BE to fill in my last pack. How about that? Okay, this is what you're looking for. Both of the hardest to get things, so we are poise keyword searching in this shop. How about the fusion that uses nebulizer? I've done all 3 Pekod IDs solo, and they benefit greatly from that. I am failing every single check this run. I realize I lost sanity, but they've still all been favored or better. Is Ryoshu going to die? Oh my gosh, they're just actually losing everything. You kind of want to fail to check in that situation though, because I have the guaranteed box at the end of the floor. I really want the exclusive poise gifts, please and thank you. I'll buy the tier 4s, but where is my hat? And where is my gift sack? I've never had to work this hard for the hat to show up. There it is. I can actually fuse Clear Mirror this time. Get Disc Fragment out of here. Okay. And I will enhance you. There we go. Crits unlocked. I should sell to buy that, probably. Tier 4 gift. What would I have to sell to get it? Like a 2 tier 3s? Yeah, I'm going to be emptying the gift pool pretty much this run. This does nothing. Okay. Is Tenacity Bolus actually worthwhile for solo? The only time I specifically went for it on a solo is when I was trying to stack as much defense level up as possible on Wusong. Defense level up doesn't do very much in a solo, because the assumption is that the enemy is going to have like about 30 more offense level than you, and your defense level is going to be even lower than that. And so because of like the diminishing returns that offense level, defense level bonus gets in terms of damage, it really isn't much of a change in terms of how much damage you take. And it's not like it's going to increase your evade rolls or anything. The enemy's offense level will be higher than your defense level. And it's like, this is still pretty early, let's see. My defense level is 82, the enemy offense level is 98. So we're early on still, and they're like higher than me. I guess that's before debuff gifts, but that difference will become quite a lot higher.
이제씩 수에선 벗어났나?
For the middle team, is White Gasipium a worthwhile gift for Extreme? White Gasipium, having it or not having it barely matters in Extreme because you barely ever stagger enemies. I think overall it is worse for your damage output because gifts can, well, first of all, enemies take more damage while staggered because of the tier 2 tremor gift. That probably does more than the offense level difference gets you from defense level down on the enemies. And then enemy resistances can go above 2 while they're staggered. If you have like the special contract gift from Full Stop, if you have Dust Knuckles, which you probably aren't going for, but you technically could. So like overall, I still think White Gasipium is a bad gift for Extreme. I like it when I'm doing like floor 5 runs though, because it just makes the enemy bleed out instead of not bleeding out.
알리사가 가능도를 93%까지 끌어올렸던 실험데이터보다 산출값이 좋네요. LCA나 LCD에게서 산출했던 비정상 값과 다르게 이건 쓸 수 있겠어. 양질의 데이터를 얻었군.
If it's possible to trigger the torn out butterfly effect in a true solo, there are not. Oh wait, if you had like all level 1 IDs, they might be able to die from events that just damage you over time. There's probably enough events that deal like 20 damage to everyone that if you could choose your perfect events, it would be possible to get them all killed.
LCA나 LCD에게서 산출했던 비정상 값과 다르게 이건 쓸 수 있겠어. 양질의 데이터를 얻었군.
But like there are not 11 events that can kill a center directly. You would have to do that stuff. Alright, how many skills to kill Santada? He has 1,482 health. We are using my skill 2s against his body.
양지를
Place
펼쳐야
your bets now. I'm going to guess 3.
참여하게 되리라.
So it might be 4. No, we get the bleed damage.
무가치 않은
It's
저항.
3.
이단을
Okay.
정화했다.
구, on, 올. 하지만
The
슬슬
Gasifium
몰리는
unstagger effect is becoming increasingly more
근처
worthwhile
용수함이라는
outside of
군
Mirror
거를
Dungeon.
파는 곳 있나? 이건.
Hey, look at that. The best trials landed on the gifts I was taking regardless. That's convenient. Alright, let's go to the BE now. Just gotta search for it real quick. Definitely gonna find it, right? We'll go line 1. When it's showing this, we can find snake slough in the shop, surely. Yeah, if only we had a Gasifium ego.
흙으로 돌아가지 못하리라.
What if they keep buffing White Gasifium? It has been buffed like 3 separate times, I swear. It's a lot better than it used to be.
참여하게 되리라.
싸울 생각도 없는 놈한테 그런 건 재미가 없는 거야.
이제 씨 수에선 벗어났나?
알리사가 감도를 93%까지 끌어올렸던 실험 데이터보다
참여하게 되리라.
산출값이 좋네요.
LCA나 LCD에게서
This
산출했던
guy's going to die a lot
비정상값과
faster than the last time I fought him.
예상한 것보다 움직임이 더 좋구나.
알리사가 감도를
참여하게
93%까지 끌어올렸던 실험 데이터보다 산출값이
놀만치
좋네요.
노른 것 같은 게
LCA나 LCD에게서 산출했던 비정상값과 다르게 이건 쓸 수 있겠어.
Yeah, will we ever get a Gasifium ego? That is the question. I need to just like re-heal people to pass checks. Hey, look at that. We got the one thing we came here for in the shop. Yeah, I'm going to do this before I forget. Tang Tang at 45 is enough. I don't need anything more than that. And then fuse you. And you. What am I searching for? I probably need more. Let's get Tremor gifts out of the pool so we can go to time killing time and hopefully get what we want there. The Rupture Stone is for sale. I gotta buy that. Okay. Gift box used to be so good, sad that they nerfed it. I don't remember what it did before. Really? I want to make Lunar next floor, so I'm going to fuse the last thing now, even though it is making me spend gifts I would rather keep. This actually just does nothing for me. I often don't get rid of it, but it is pointless in a solo. What else do I not care about? Probably, like, painkillers. I'm never going to be staggered at turn start anyways. And then another tier 2, that doesn't matter. How about you? Give me memories, yes. Ready to make Lunar next floor. Okay. Was gift box uncapped before? Maybe. Popping in, hello, hello. The economy is good this run. We got prestige card on like floor 3 and renewed merch on like floor 1, I think.
이 팀의 승기를 붙이자꾸나.
No per turn limit. Okay, yeah.
아재, 그것은 그 짝에 갖다 써야지.
Currently doing a Liu Gregor solo for finishing Canto 8 with 1 and 2 stars only. Yeah. Liu Gregor. surprisingly good at clashing in Mirror Dungeon. He has 4 coins. In Mirror Dungeon, coins and keywords are key. What did Bloodimus do before its nerf? It gave everyone 2 coin power and 100% damage, instead of only the first deployed.
LCA나 LCD에게서 산출했던 비정상값과 다르게 이건 쓸 수 있겠어. 양질의 데이터를 얻었군.
It was just big stats up for everyone. I forget this is single coin. But yeah, I can use the coin ego gift with it.
움직임이 좋네요. 추출된 인격의 전투 감각 덕분일까요?
수감자 본인의 기량을
Let's give this guy a bit of attack power down.
지혜가 이끌어낸 명령일지도 모르지.
We can test if he's at all clashing for 0, except
분석할 때 다시
he
봐야
won't. No, he'll get Gesipiumed. Yeah, he can clash me next turn.
적의 날개를 꺾었구나.
Never mind. Why? I have Gesipium, right? I do. Activates once per enemy per encounter, so it's not like it got used up on the frog already. Sure, man, just don't get unstaggered, I guess.
무타 법을 이제야 좀 이해했다.
옳다.
He does nothing on this attack cycle. He was taking fatal damage. He was technically staggered still.
저 짝도 힘이 안 된 게 머리를 쓰란 것인 게그 시기 안 하면 안 되겠지?
참여하게 되리라.
This guy is weird, don't ask me why, sure. I love the nails stacking we can get with Incorp IDs. I brought Incorp Heathcliff's passive, even though it's like, it's completely pointless to stack more nails. But when you're doing an in-mare solo, you have to stack more nails. Lumyrix, is that your name? Why are you beckoning me? Do you have a question?
저 도야지 같은 새끼들은.
It's weird to just see someone type my name in chat. Just alone. Okay, we still got this guy clashing for 0, so that's progress. You are affirming my existence. Alright, thank you. Confirm that I am in fact real. One damage. Yeah, I guess with Shadow Bamboo Hat, we have a lot of dynamic resistance right now, over 100%. But we also have, 2 fragile 20 karma, so that cancels out some of it. Damage button does not see that this guy will die.
LCA나 LCD에게서 산출했던 비정상값과 다르게 이건 쓸 수 있겠어. 양질의 데이터를 얻었군.
Is Fire Fist Gregor better? Hands down, but Liu Greg has some fun properties. I think they aren't in a team setting. I don't think they're that far off in Mirror Dungeon because Liu Gregor gets the bonus coin power from the Liu gift. It's like 2 more coin power on a 4 coin skill. That's a big difference. Girth Brutality, the best possible trials we could have seen here. This run is going well. I want the tier 3 gift rather than the stew pot. Okay. So the last 2 floors are going to be something and then time killing time. what is the something going to be? It's going to be the BE. We're rolling into the BE. Let's go. Definitely going to happen right here. This reroll. Okay, so now I actually have to decide what to do. All the Kanto 9 packs are like worthless, right? I don't have a burn skill 3. As a Liu gift? Yeah, it's the fusion with this thing. You weren't referring to MD. Yeah, I know. Outside of MD, Fire Fist is way better. But I was trying to just find something to give Liu Gregor credit, you know? You know what? I want to test my theory. I have a theory that Pitiful Envy is the most underrated pack in the game because you always find level up events here. Let's see if I find level up events here. Because all 4 of them can spawn, and it's a relatively low event pool on this floor.
돌아가지 못하리라.
And so like I used to just I'm out of packs I want to go to, let's go get the harpoon leg for like 2 offense level up. But if you can get a level up event pretty consistently, that's going to be better. Because that also gives you HP. So let's test it.
이만치 할 줄 알았으면 빨리 좀 하지 그랬냐?
Devo stacking in Ruina can get quite out of hand for sure. I mean, even just with like loss of senses spam, I was able to experience that in my draft run I did. And that's with a very limited set of cards. I'm sure if you know, expanded your debuff horizons, you could do even more absurd stuff. I mean, Hod's entire floor is debuffs. Smoke is just absurd, that's true. Oh yeah, and Limbus, dude, is mostly chains.
역시 모가지를 분질러야 조용해지는군. 저 도야지 같은 새끼.
So yeah, this floor we will make Lunar. Our damage will stop being mid. And then hopefully we find a level up event. Is there some resource to check which events show up in a pack? No. I had to ask someone to give me like a huge multiple Excel sheets actually, and it's just like data mined files. Does the wiki actually talk about the basic events that can show up on each pack? Because it at least used to not have that information. I mean, I just have like an Excel list that has everything in like game code language, so it'll give like the pack ID number and all of the event IDs that can spawn there. So you just have to know like what event you're looking for. I was able to search the level up ones and find all the packs that had them. And this one I found contained all 4 level up events and only like 19 total events. A lot of which are common ones you would have seen before. It unfortunately does have like this one though. I think this one and the fish. They only show up in like 5 packs, so you're pretty likely to see them here. You won't have done them before.
흔치 않은 기회니 이 틈에 승기를 붙이자꾸나.
아, 놀랐네. 담배 떠차서 침대일 뻔했잖아.
My 2 takeaways from sleuthing the packs in the code is that Pitiful Envy is by far your best place to find level up events. It's not even close. And the railway packs are slightly weird for generation of events, but they're overall not good. Which makes Railway 1 like the worst floor in the entire game for economy.
숨겨둔 수를 드러낸 모양이구나.
참여하게 되리라. 침묵하라.
차포잡이라. 예상한 것보다 움직임이 좋구나.
옳다.
Your favorite part of MD is picking old packs and never getting newly added events. They're pretty good with adding new events to the old packs. Oh, this is also a thing that can happen here. Cost 50 gained. Okay, so I only got 2 events, so no level up today. But this is just, you know, a good floor, a standard floor for economy. I'll have to test this more, see like how often I actually get level up events here and not. Last time we got 2 of them. What's the chance of winning the slots event? 1%. The wealth event in the BE pack is not the same one. I was wondering about that actually, and I forgot to look into the code. The discussion came up the other day, like, is it possible to get the BE still if you've seen the wealth event? And I'm glad to know that you can. It was like, worst case, the pack can't spawn at all if you've seen the event, but that would be poor design, so I'm glad to have confirmation from you.
이때까지 겪었던 일은 전부 보고서로 전달받았습니다.
참여하게
관찰일지도 다 읽었죠.
도대체 어떤 사람들일지 다들 궁금했어요.
You're not sure what happens if you actually get wealth 2 times.
행동을 앞세운 실험 정신을 가진 사람들은
You
몇 없거든요.
maybe you get a tier 5 vestige. In the code, the EX gifts are also classified as tier 5.
저 개체는 오래 버티진 못하겠군요.
관리자가 상황에 맞는 효과적인 공격 수단을 택했으니 당연한 결과일 테지.
무가치한 저항이다.
우위를 아주 박살내버렸시야. 화끈한 맛이 아주 딱이야.
침묵하라.
That's the type of thing that will like never happen to anyone.
벗어났나?
싸게 치어불고 들어가지.
The odds of finding the wealth event and getting wealth and finding the BE event pack and then winning it all in the same run. It's so infinitesimally low.
참여하게 되리라.
이번에는 재미 좀 보는가. 자들 더 생각이 있으면 아잡한 것들을 갖다 내진 않았겠지.
예상한 것보다 움직임이 더 좋구나.
Okay, so you've personally seen wealth after the event, or seen the wealth event after the BE pack. That is the confirmation we needed to like fully confirm they're separate events.
무가치한 저항일
You had the wealth event show up before BE showed up. Okay. Glad to have, you know, personal testimonials from players confirming that it might be possible to get 2 wealth in 1 run. Unless the game just makes you lose for sure if you have wealth in your inventory. They might have just thrown in like 1 line of code checked for that.
침묵하라.
옳다.
If I had to like put money on a guess though, I would say you probably get a tier 5 vestige
이제 신 수에선 벗어났나?
because the EX gifts are tier 5 vestiges for duplicate gifts. That would make the most sense to me.
무가치한 저항일 뿐. 침묵하라.
저 개체는 오래 버티진 못하겠군요.
이단의
관리자가
정화의
상황에 맞는 효과적인 공격 수단을 택했으니 당연한 결과일 테지.
참여하게 되리라.
How many middle brothers have we killed this run? So we had 2 tiles of them on Nocturnal Sweeping, and now we're fighting them here on Pitiful Envy. This has got to be in my top like 10% of middle brothers killed runs.
시간 기록에 있다면
이번으로 몇 번째 통과죠?
17번째라네. 확실히 관리자의 지위가 동반된다면 승률이 상당히 높군.
Alright, so next floor is time killing time. So if I can maybe buy a few more Tremor gifts, that would be good. I'm going to not make the mistake I always do, and I'm going to actually fuse Lunar first. I don't need... I have Shadow Vested Blade Singer, so I care slightly about the Poise Rock. But I don't need the charge or sinking rock, I'm fairly sure. And then view or search tremor. Hello, tremor. MD seeding is something you haven't seen people talk about. That's getting too into the technical realm for me. Yeah, hey, there's Faith. That's nice. Three, 1. Give me the blunt rock back, and 2 plus what? 2 plus 3 maybe? I don't need this, and I don't need that. Give me the... I was going to say give me the Pierce Rock back, but that works as well. Sure, we can wait a floor for the Pierce Rock. Right. Do some... enhancement, maybe. Getting pretty good luck on the refunds today. Like, it's not just right now, we had it earlier as well, when I did a few. Sure, and then can I sell something? I kind of don't need all the rocks anymore. Like, what tier 4 gift am I still looking for? I got Faith and Piece of Relationship. It's like NDA, maybe? I guess I slightly care about that. I can sell this for money. And alright.
흙으로도 돌아가지 못하리라.
숨겨둔 수를 드러낸 모양이다.
If you could get duplicate gifts and they stacked, what would be the best / most fun? I mean, I would love stacking Scarlet Moths. Just get, like, every enemy hit by random bursts of damage at turn start. The same enemy could get hit multiple times, probably.
당연한 결과일 테지.
Having, like, a 30 Scarlet Moths run would be my dream.
다 법을 이제야 좀 이해.
The most powerful would probably just be, like, spamming clear mirrors. It gives you all that offense level up, all that crit damage. Although I guess the way clear mirror is worded, the damage bonus wouldn't stack because it says it like makes your crit multiplier 2.5 instead of 1.2. It doesn't say that it adds like 1.3 to your crit multiplier. So maybe that wouldn't work like that. Getting a bunch of time-killing time watches would be funny. You're limited to that floor only. I guess you could do 2 floors with the Baccac. But just make as many watches as possible, every shop slot dedicated to buying a piece of the watch.
만탄지.
참 저항일 뿐.
적의 날개를 꺾었구나.
What else would be silly? I mean, getting like 10 sticky mucks, you could apply so much defense level down. Yeah, stack Piece of Relationship to outscale. Stack Melted Eyeball. Yeah, that could be a good one. It's like, what are the lower tier gifts that you could reasonably get a lot of that would stack well? Melted Eyeball would be fun, for sure. I mean, I want to stack Respites on a solo. Imagine the offense level you can get. Every class would give you, I don't know, what, 30 offense level if you just had 6 Respites. That's a reasonable amount to get. Resilient Body Up is the best here. Hey look, it showed up right away, but I'm going to spin refreshes and see if I can get the badge as floor reward. Just because I have abundant Starlight, I wouldn't actually recommend doing that, probably. It's a low chance of working out. Drill would be boring but amusing. Yeah, the no damage dealt run would become a lot easier if you could get a couple of drills.
희, 긁어, 신, 어인.
참여하게 되리라.
짜증나는 시선이 늘었군. 앞으로 한 번만 더.
무가치한
기분
저항이
나쁜
피해
눈빛으로
산출값이
내 검을
예상 범위를
힐끔힐끔
벗어났는데요?
쳐다보면 그때
저런
예외
비교
없이
지수가 있는지 모르겠고
뭐 분이다.
유사 실험 기록이 있다면 바로 전송해주게.
I mean, just get like... Let me fuse into 7 embers on line 3.
눈치채시면 바로 말씀.
참여하게 되리라.
7 extra lives.
끝나고 종이에 적어주세요.
관리자가 째깍대는 소리도 잘 녹음해두게.
You've attempted the no damage dealt nor taken run. Can't say you recommend it. Yeah, doing either of those is already bad. Doing both at once just sounds not fun. Like, no damage dealt, I would be more likely to try. That's just like drill stalling. I've done my fair share of drill stalling already. I could put it to the ultimate extreme if I wanted.
LCA나 LGD에게서 산출했던 비정상 값과 다르게 이건 쓸 수 있겠어.
무가치한
양쪽의
저항이
데이터를
이단을 정화했다.
Yeah, I think with duplicate gifts, the most consistent would just be fusing a bunch of the tier 4 damage type gifts. Like, each of those is giving you a coin power, 2 base power on your 1 and 2 deployed IDs. That's significant, plus the damage effect. Like, how did that stack?
이건 쓸 수 있겠어.
Yeah, each time you get these, it's, clashing and damage. When you get the other ones, it's still clashing, offense level up, and damage. Like, it's just always good stats, regardless of which one you end up with.
참여하게 되리라. 이단을 정화했다.
옳다.
무가치한 저항일 뿐.
Will we find the badge today? That's the question.
예상한 것보다 움직임이 더 좋고
이단을 정화했다.
이번으로
An
몇
interesting
번째
gift
통과죠?
idea. When you would die, you instead apply time
관리자의
moratorium to
지위가
yourself
승률이 상당히 높고
before actually taking the damage. I would delay your death by like 2 turns. I don't think you'll be able to really out heal that. I guess combined with the other,
못하리라.
if you combine that with Embers or Ira or a not dying passive, that becomes extremely strong.
뛰어난 병사라도 적재적소에
On
쓰지
its
않으면
own, I
몸이
don't think it's
물리는
saving you more than 1 turn, but yeah, that is an interesting idea. It's very thematic.
사포자리라. 예상한 것보다 움직임이 더 좋구나.
참여하게 되리라.
Like, I don't think you're healing enough to survive the moratorium in basically any situation where you're dying to that gift.
이제 신 수에선 벗어났나?
침묵하라.
피해 산출값이 예상 범위를 벗어났는데요?
적절한 비교 지표가 있는지 모르겠고 유사 실험 기록이 있다면 바로 전송해주게.
참여하게 되리라.
One keyword, no coin power conditionals on my skills, still just rolling 53 on floor 10, as you do.
이단을 정화했다.
옳다.
That's what happens when you debuff the enemy's offense level so much.
이단을 정화했다.
White Gossipian, my beloved.
알리사가 감도를 93%까지 끌어올렸던 실험도
참여하게 되리라.
산출값이 좋네요.
LCA나 LGD에게서 산출했던 비정상 값과 다르게
You thought of it because golden time is hard to use. Yeah, it's such a awkward like HP range to activate.
이단을 정화했다.
저 개참 오래 버티지 못하겠군요.
관리자가
이단을
사원에
정화했다.
있는 효과적인 공격 수단을 택했으니
온.
당연한
An eager
결과였지.
corrosion that applied moratorium so you could get it on sinners. Yeah, it's not like echoes.
거를 파는 곳 있나?
Hey, there we go.
그럼 오늘
So, okay, Lust and Sloth. Is anyone, like, guaranteed? There's no way T-Corp Dawn can't pass this check. I don't feel like doing the fight. Yeah. It would have been the theme of this run if she failed that, but she did not. She tried. She scared me with the first coin tails roll.
여러분이 이때까지 겪었던 일을 전부 보고서로 전달받았습니다. 관찰일지도 다 읽었죠.
도대체 어떤 사람 피해 산출값이 예상 범위를 벗어났는데요?
Alright.
적절한 비교 지표가 있는지 모르겠군.
Bursting my tremor.
유사 실험 기록이 있다면 바로 전송해
I
줄게.
can't have that. Let's just speed this up a little bit. You heard my heart skipping a beat. Yeah, I thought that the game knew what it had to do there.
놀랐네.
참여하게 되리라.
이만 찰줄 알았으면 좀 하지.
차포잡이라.
Not quite enough damage to one-shot these guys. The in-corp gift should help with that, though. So I got badge. I guess I tremor refresh for the clock hands because those actually do something. And then after that, I guess I'm just looking for more bleed gifts. I don't think I have all of the low tier bleed gifts yet. This is nothing, right? Yeah. So give me tremor. There's the important one. Do I care about this? Except ego? No. Okay. And clashing with a faster enemy, clash power +1. That does not do anything. They will never be a faster enemy. Can buy this, I guess. There's one of the low tier bleed gifts I was talking about, and then this is the last floor of cheap enhancements, so let's do all of those that we can. Again, I'm expecting us to be able to enhance everything we care about. It's such an early prestige card this run. If only I could activate Lust Resonance. I'm even enhancing some things we don't care about because I'm just doing this quick. Not all of these apply to me. Alright, and then fuse. What do I need to fuse? I don't have charge type gloves. There might be some other stuff I'm missing, but I know this is one to get. Sell you and enhance you. I feel like we got very few refunds this floor. That is making up for the luck before. Okay. We are set. I don't think they'll ever make a different Sinking Deluge, because literally any other ID or even Ego getting Sinking Deluge would just permanently kill Spice with Shisong. It is his only purpose for existing. And I don't think they want to just delete a capstone ID from the game. Rupture Deluge exists, we're talking player side, but yes. We talked about all the deluges a few weeks ago, I remember.
피해 산출값이 예상 범위를 벗어났는데요?
적절한 비교 지표가 있는지 모르겠군.
참여하게 되리라.
유사 실험 기록이 있다면 바로 전송해 줄게.
흥미호건. 하지만 파괴법 또한 있을
Well, actually struggle in clashes?
불을 깨우치지 못하면
We can't have that.
전등화와 다를 바 없겠지.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to remake the Pierced Stone. I need to do that next shop. You know what? We're struggling because I didn't get to crit last turn because he like force ended it immediately. A Rupture Deluge wouldn't be nearly as good on the player side. Yeah, there isn't a source of like excessive Rupture count. Rupture count is still quite limited, as it should be. I guess it would give like Ebony Stem Otis passive more of a reason to use it, because right now you often don't and you just use your mouse skills. A lot of people have been asking for Tremor Deluge, but that one would just be arguably more insane because it's all about the nuke turn. You could stack up all your Tremor types. Growth and Body Up are the lowest clashing here. Dealing 10% more damage is not worth increasing their clashing by more. Okay. Show me Code Purple. Unless I just do Line 1 Madness first. Honestly, yeah, floor 12 Code Purple is still totally fine. We can just get the Incorp gift first. It will make the Code Purple go faster. No instant hidden boss. Okay. I'm going to just pass the check. There is some reason to consider failing this. You get like final power for the next battle, but I don't need that. Okay, Pure Stone, that's what I need to remake. There we go. And then, are there bleed gifts I'm missing that do anything? Are there any gifts I'm missing that do anything? This does. This kind of technically might. You might. And that's about it. Okay. Good enough for me. Heal my SP, it's 411. That's so unnecessary. Take Carmilla for Code Purple. Maybe, probably could have done that, yeah. I guess you're saying to heal my SP because it's Frog. Maybe that's what you were thinking. I'm just gonna do one of these, I think.
증기압축 피스톤 압력 제한 해제, 관측 완료된 시간부터 계산 완료, 축적된 과거 변화.
Corrosion is fun, because this should break both of his eyes, I imagine. No, it didn't without needle and thread. Okay. Even for other sinners to pass checks. There's like no more checks that matter. I have every gift. Want to see me do it again? And oh yeah, it's you guys. I was thinking we were going into Inquisitors, but no. Also, the fish does not feel like playing the game today. You've been offered to fight Silk Current on floor 15, but you didn't do it. That's understandable. I've done floor 15 Silk Current before on solos. It's really not that bad. it's like he's usually survivable turn 1, and then you can like Embers turn 2, you're corroded turn 3, sort of thing. The check also exists to like unstagger you. I don't know, I think I just kind of destroyed him because I was doing like a Rian solo or something really strong.
개체의 손상도가 급격히 상승했어요.
아재, 그것은 그 짝에 갖다 써야지.
Silk Current's turn 1 isn't bad. It's the turn 2 Blind Obsession that can be bad.
옛날에 외부 강사로 뛰던 것이 생각나네. 한 놈만 잡아주자겠지. 일대를 다
참여하게 되리라.
Give Blood Cannon an unbreakable coin. How dare they?
무가치한 저항일 뿐이다.
Is this guy actually going to live? Can we test our clashing yet? Is this guy still rolling 0? Yeah, his body's unstaggered, okay. 0 to 0 roll range. Mirror Dungeon.
참여하게 되리라.
Any hidden boss? This is 411, no hidden boss yet.
팍하고 터진 것이 제법 보는 맛이
Hey guys, you want some attack power down?
싸게 터뜨려야 쓰겠지.
참여하게 되리라.
I still need to... One of my silly run ideas is to have a run where the entire goal is to make these guys roll as high as possible. Like, see how much damage they can do to me. Something janky with clear mirror offense level? In what way? I feel like it's one of the most intuitive and functional gifts. It should not operate the way it does. The only thing weird about it that I can imagine is the, like, if the crit consumed poise count thing that it has. This is such a weird thing to have. It's like, do they just hate Blade Lineage Sinclair? Because, like, I guess if you hate Blade Lineage Sinclair, you can say that.
참여하게 되리라.
Yeah, the idea for the run would be take like all of the worst enemy buffs and then have them survive a Furiosa replica. They also hate Mariachi Sinclair. Yeah, because he can crit without poise count at all, so that wouldn't consume poise count.
침묵하라.
I've never bothered to test if the gift actually does what it says. I imagine it probably does require you to consume poise count, but it's such a weird conditional to give it. I could see it just working on any crit, honestly. I don't think people would find that.
참여하게 되리라.
He consumes poise if he has poise, but he could crit without having poise at all, in which case he wouldn't be consuming poise. Wait, what? Is this guy a fake Mariachi Sinclair fan? Let me go pull up the exact wording. Sinner Sinclair. His skill 3. If target's SP is below 0, boost crit chance proportional to target's SP. That can let you crit without poise if they are below 0 sanity.
무가치한 저항일 뿐이다. 침묵하라. 침묵하라. 침묵하라.
Silence.
침묵하라.
거슬리는 놈을 깔끔히
I am curious how much the Incorp gift will boost our damage here. So like right now we're hitting for like, I don't know, 800 plus 1,000 roughly with the skill 2. I guess this guy has protection, maybe he's not the best test dummy. But like once fully ramped 108
정화의
false halo stacks, all of this. Let's see how much damage we do next turn to one of these guys. They won't have protection then.
참여하게 되리라.
Oh, I've got Lunacy already. I have almost 90,000 Lunacy waiting for Valpurgis. I'm getting that Bina announcer. One whole attack power up? No, the gift also gives like 100% damage. Like, let's see. Incorp Fanatics base skills gain +3 base power. If you gain Fanatic, you gain more Fanatic, which I sadly can't activate Whistles, so that would only be my passive if I'm ever below half health.
너무 많지 않냐고요? 그건
And then plus 100% damage to things that have nails.
자네들의 관심사가 거울 던전이라는 결론을 내렸기 때문에.
Alright, so let's see how my damage is now against these guys.
저희가 야근이라는 말을
This is a more realistic damage test for fully ramped. 800 plus 1,000 still. The protection made no difference. The amount we're rounding to here. That guy was, yeah, similar. Okay.
침묵하라.
Aida's Railway Bakyak skill actually like explains the crit difference for SP, plus 2.2% crit chance per 1 SP. Does that get it to 100 at minus 45 is the idea then? Interesting.
수치 좋네요. 예상했던 대로 무난하게 끝날 것 같아요.
뭐 지금까지 겪어온 사건을 고려하면 이런 기초적인 테스트에서 난항을 겪는 것도
참여하게
이상할 테지.
You've been pulling for the last IDs as if you don't have 2.2k boxes. You need to learn patience. Those boxes are useless if you always just pull for IDs. It's actually 99%. Nothing can be guaranteed in this game. Except a certain Sinclair rolling heads. That can be guaranteed. And, like, Virgilius sometimes. But only sometimes.
참여하게 되리라.
I remember this phase. This was like almost threatening in my base ID's no ego run of Railway Bakgak, but I just had enough meat shields to outlive him while like losing every clash and one-siding him. I had like 2 people left alive at the end.
이단은 정화했다.
이번으로 몇 번째 통과죠?
17번째라네.
Yeah, and that poised tier 4, and people that go back in time to Railway 2, or not Railway 2, Mirror Dungeon 2, with the skill tree. They can get some guaranteed heads. Growth, and this is the floor where the final and base power aren't the worst trials for total clash power, so we'll take a +1 level final power here, since the goal of this run is again making a 415 enemy roll 0. Okay, but now we really need to look for code purple. It didn't show up, and wow, none of these give a gift. Okay. This is why I want my pack search. I guess we're going I guess we're grabbing the anti-ovine grounding plug. Unfortunate. I considered doing like the Ricardo that showed up on the 4th refresh, but it's like a 77% chance to see the pack you want with 5 refreshes. And we missed it.
쥐는 자께서 성공을 명하셨으므로
I guess we'll just have to endure a floor 13 code purple. Maybe I'll use some ego to make that go a bit easier. I had one more refresh. Did I really? Gonna go look back in the... Oh, I totally did. That's my bad then. Oh well. There's the last tier 4 gift, I think. You can technically do something. Well, I guess that's my fault then. It's still a tier 4 gift in the pool. What is it? Oh, yeah, okay. There's still another one though. I don't know what that one is. I'll enhance you. Just make sure I never run out of poise. Okay.
흙으로도 돌아가지 못.
So I guess that means what? I have to not go to Papadon, I guess? No 2 attack power up for me. That's fine. Me having more attack power up doesn't help with the clashing goal, and that's the most important thing this run. We can see if we can make King and Vines roll 0.
참여하게 되리라.
주군께서는 사소한 실수로 책잡지 아니하시니 너무 긴장하지 말고 임하게.
증기압축 피스톤 압력 제한 해제. 관측 완료된 시간 벡터 계산 완료.
Also, I'm sure I could do this ego list, but why waste the time?
발사.
When I can just do the 17,000 damage crush round.
차포잡이라.
Yeah, Suncliff lived.
예상한 것보다 움직임이 더
Oh,
좋구나.
but then he died to moths.
참여하게 되리라.
Immovable wall time. They're going to corrode me. Yeah, that's the thing about this pack, actually, is they will corrode you if you're just taking hits. They actually activated my embers. Good job, Dead Rabbit's Mare. Your reward is
아직 수는 남았다.
getting your bound crushed.
압축. 증기압력 무시. 무시 불가. 과거 침식.
An idea you had. I'm looking back in chat now. I missed some stuff here. Make a new coin type that wouldn't trigger rupture, sinking, or poise.
압축. 증기압력 무시. 무시 불가. 과거 침식. 기억 침식. 사용자에게 시간 영역.
That would just be, yeah, to like not kill statuses. That could be nice on some IDs, I guess. But I don't think that would be worthy of a coin type.
본인이 미력.
아야, 여기서 그러고 있으면
Alright, how much can we debuff this guy?
저짝 참여되게 멀게 쓰는 것인 게 그 시기 안 하면 안 되겠지.
Is 3 skill 2s enough to make him roll 0 next turn?
침묵하라.
저 개체는 오래 버티지 못하겠군요.
관리자가 상황에 맞는 효과적인 공격 수단을 찾으면 가능한
Yes.
결과일 테지.
Mirror dungeon. Why can I make the enemy roll 0 on floor 12? Like, the plan was for me to make Virgilius roll 0, but I'm starting to think I might need to go to a longer floor so that I can have skill slots ready for a boss that shows up and then make them roll 0. Lei Hang next. I am looking for code purple, and then Lei Hang will be floor 15, or sorry, floor 14. Who do we want on secret boss? I mean, we always want Valentina because she refuses to show up on stream.
이번으로 몇 번째 통과죠?
We want the run to just die immediately to
확실히
Valentina.
관리자의 지혜가 준다면 승률이 상당히 높군.
Floor 15 code purple, no thanks. Growth keen. Or, sorry, growth resilient because that's the fake resilient. It says it's keen, but it's not. There's code purple. Next floor, Lei Hang. So yeah, sadly, no Ricardo, no Papadon. There's actually so many that could benefit this guy. Matthias always comes back. I do get Matthias, like, on more than half of my runs, which is crazy. Oh, this is thematic. I don't want to fight you, though. You're being too good to me. I can't kill you. Just continuing the theme of the run there with another 25% chance. Valentina can't dodge counters. That's actually so true. But I don't know if I can survive for more than like 2 attacks against her. Oh, I don't have imposed weight yet. That will help a little bit. It's one of the easiest gifts to forget, I feel like. And I have a blunt damage type skill too. I can grab that gift as well. Yeah, we hate glimpse in this household, so that's all I want here, okay? Are there any super important enhancements I'm forgetting? I don't think so. It's like this technically does something. Yeah, I'll do that next floor. Okay. Out of all the in-corp IDs, Faust and Mayor don't have a block sprite, and the rest are missing an evade sprite. I like that Mayor doesn't have a guard sprite. He just takes the damage. He is the immovable wall.
너무 긴장하지 말고 임하게.
Up type 5, unlock missing sprites. No trespassing. It would be possible to avoid activating Ember's turn 1. We almost dodged it. But anyway, let's crush them a bit. Does that imply that Enmer has an evade sprite? Yes, he does. You used to only be able to see hidden evade sprites by, I think it was clashing KQE's move that like puts you in the claw, or tries to. I think that made you show an evade sprite, but now you can randomly see like all of the sprites while clashing. So it's no longer as obscure to see evade sprites on IDs that don't have evades. And we saved badge.
시계. 아직도 플레이 여유가 남아있나? 이 소스펜스 셋을 세기도 전에 화려하게
2단을
터질
정화했다.
Casual 364 heal.
벗어났는데요?
Not an ego gift, by the way. That's just my skill that does that.
저 개체는 오래 버티진 못하거든요.
관리자가 상황에 맞는 효과적인 공격 수단을
이제
택했으니
그것은 부지하게
당연한
갖다
결과일까지.
써야지. 별로 어려울 것도 없잖아.
Alright, let's speed this up more. I've shown, like, I could do this without ego. I can survive these turns now. Let's just
비정상값과 다르게
hit a bunch of guys at once.
양질의 데이터를 얻었군.
증기압축 피스톤 압력 제한 해제. 관측 완료된 시간 벡터 계산 완료.
I could run out of slot resources if I do this too much, but like Lei Hang isn't going to need more than maybe one crush band pass for like resistances if he's even a problem.
이제 싱 수에서
What's my
벗어나-
favorite Limbus trivia knowledge? I do really like the 0 stagger bar on Fire Fist Gregor. It's just so completely random.
다 법을 이제야 좀 이해했군.
Or like the fact that Inclair's sprites didn't load for like the first day when he came out, so he was just invisible. That one's pretty funny.
한 놈만 잡아주자겠지.
That's just like old history stuff though, that's not still in the game. I mean, the fact that Headless Ichthys was just like bar none the strongest enemy in the game on launch and had to be nerfed in Mirror Dungeon is fun as well.
그렇다면
Your favorite is Faint Aroma Ryoshi? Yeah, the Uptie 1 passive. That's so random. Like, I haven't looked through all the ideas to see if it's actually unique to her, but I imagine it is. Also, are we dead? Okay, they have a lot of skill slots. 4 attacks. I can live 4 attacks, right? Surely.
참여하게 되리라.
I have 10 protection. New facade idea, Invisible Gregor. That would be a silly one. Also, actually activating our passive to gain Fanatic and gain extra Fanatic because of the Incorp gift. So that's even more final power we've got here.
느낌이 오잖아. 에?
There's all the interactions with Dongring stealing buffs that can lead to more fun trivia. Like the fact that you can get 2 different tremor types on an enemy simultaneously if you make him steal tremor clock winding, because that's a beneficial tremor. So it counts as a positive effect that he can steal.
양질의 데이터를 얻었군.
I don't actually know what happens if you do like a tremor conversion after you make him have 2 different tremor stacks. Does it convert both into it? Does he still have 2? Does it combine them? Does it take the higher one? I've never tested. It's hard to test in the first place. Hard to make him steal a tremor type.
차포잡이라. 예상한 것보다 움직임이
You think they get added together? Maybe.
무분조토.
참여하게 되리라.
역시
It converts
무가지를
both. Are they
분석할
still
필요가
separate
있으니
stacks?
저 도라지 같은 새끼들.
2단을 정화했다.
신입
That's like the main
연구원들도
question.
저분들처럼만 해주시면 좋을 텐데.
불가능한 꿈이죠. 환상체와 디틀린 모두
참여하게 되리라.
외워야 할 관리법과 넥슨 권한 많잖아요.
Not sure. Okay. This floor takes so long when you do it above floor 12. Reminder to actually spend all my refreshes next time. Or you know what, we haven't used... We should cast a Blade Singer just to see it. Like, we haven't needed it at all this run. But like, I am supposed to use it. It's the new mare thing. The original negative coin ID. Yeah. Okay, this thing corroded this thing. It can clash. It's hitting 3 different enemies. Sure, go for it. And let's use a bunch of skill trees.
참여하게 되리라. 이단을 정화했다.
Blade Singer gives Enmare damage
이단을
mult.
정화했다.
It's not like a separate multiplier though, right? It's just like some dynamic, surely. Yeah, the original Blood Fiend ID would be G-Corp Gregor.
이단을 정화했다. 침묵하라. 이단을 정화했다.
Am I even going to use it?
침묵하라.
There we go. We need to test it outside of story. That is a voice? That does not sound like a mare.
검을 휘두를 줄 아는 자는 많다. 그 검에 길이 있는지가 중요하다.
마음에 들면 들었다. 솔직히 말해라, 자로요. 보기 드문 용장에게 칭찬을 맡길 이유가 뭐 있는지.
This is my first time, like, using this, basically. I forgot it does the thing everyone is calling ego sync, even though it's, like, not really ego sync. Does this change your animation times? Or does it work like a facade? If you had a nickel every time base air was used in Railway, you would have 2 nickels. That's another fun trivia, yeah. Slow 4-coin gloom skill. It's been useful twice. It's like a facade, okay. It did feel a little unnaturally slow for what the animation is, so I expected it would be that.
산출값이 좋네요. LCA나 LCD에서 산출했던 비정상값과 다르게 이건 쓸 있어.
The downside of Blade Singer is not having Capote in the 45 roll, yeah. There's so many, like, key egos that I like that end up contested in their slot, it's sad. Also, I do feel like I'm doing noticeably more damage after using the ego. It might just be like I'm fully ramped, these enemies have debuffs, but I don't think I was doing that much damage before. We're getting even more egos. Give me Zayn's. I need a Dawn Zayn so that the solo everything account can like legitimately get past Canto 7 instead of it being TAS only. I've lost hope for Honglu though. Canto 8 is never going to be clearable solo only because it's so awful to do the Blade Ronin guys. Way too much bleed, way too much damage when Honglu is Wrath Fatal. I hope they don't give more egos the facade effect, yeah? Like, one, it would help mares stay unique. Like, I hated when they gave Ryoshu music change right after Ricardo got the music change. That should have been his unique thing, but whatever. Am I aware of the Yisong Tet situation? The fact that he hasn't gotten a new one since launch, right? That's what you're referring to?
알리사가 감흥도를 93%까지 끌어올렸던 실험 데이터보다 산출값이 좋네요.
LCA나 LCD에게서 산출했던 비정상값과 다르게 이건 쓸 수
He just
있겠어.
has the fourth match flame and the yellow one. Why am I rolling 76? I'm in Corp Mare, and I don't have the Lei Hang gift. I guess the answer is I had 84 offense level because Respite is a silly gift. Okay, this is every skill slot clashing with a 2-coin skill. This is the most Respite value we can get. Assuming all of these clashes go through, we'll see how high we roll next turn. Yeah, I believe the facade is tied to the Drink of the Fallen effect, which is why it goes to every mare. We are really powering up right now. I feel like I have to throw out one counter next turn, but I don't think I'll be able to, because they would just die to my skills. Okay, we got one guy staggered. I need to pay attention to my clash against that guy. Hopefully I can actually do that when he gets unstaggered. I highly doubt that we actually have a separate multiplier here. So, okay. I can't get, like, maximum resonance. My skill 3 should clash higher, so let's use those. Let's see how high we clash. 63, I have 86 offense level up. It's a pretty good amount. I swear I was clashing higher like a few turns ago. I guess was that the Blade Singer buff still being active? Does it do that much? I honestly don't know everything it gives you. I just know it's... I know Drink to the Fallen gives you lifesteal and like Death Defiance, because that's what matters the most for solo.
17번째라네. 확실히 관리자의 지위가 동반된다면 승률이 상당히 높군.
Growth Resilient. We're getting like perfect trials for our goal here. It's Lei Hang time, assuming he wants to show up. There he is. It's just the theme of the run. This run's theme is not making enemies clash for 0, it is failing checks. There's no way I fail this one, right? This is like the easiest check in the game. Dawn would have to hit 4 tails rolls, okay. Still no hidden boss, we've got one more floor for them to potentially show up. Are there any gifts left in the pool that do anything for me? Sun Shower, technically. These are like the smallest enhances ever, but they aren't literally nothing. Okay. Do I need sanity for Lei Hang? I can't clash in turn 1 anyways. I don't need to heal.
흙으로
Let's see how this
돌아가지
goes.
못하리라.
Enhancing embers would be literally nothing, yeah.
이번에는 재미 좀 보는가.
So yeah, free Moro. Wow, I can actually hit a struggling on him. That's a bit surprising, but he is 45 SP. I would be relying on him to tails roll. I'm just gonna counter.
참여하게 되리라.
완마. 제대로 한방
We've got 8 protection turn 1 somehow.
적군의
I
함정이다.
don't know how that happened.
내가 아니.
Because it's like, you start with 4. I guess, do I have G-Corp Otis on? It might be that. Or does Metronome? It's probably just that, plus the 1 from my counter. I guess you just get more base protection than I realize. I do have G-Corp Otis, it might have been that. I can clash you now. You roll 9, but that's with Paralyze. This is what happens when you don't take base and final power. His counter only gives 1 protection. So it's like 4, you always have 4, 2 from the plushie fusion, and then 1 from the counter, would put me to 7. And then the 8th was either Metronome or G-Corp Otis. I forget when Metronome. Actually, I don't even think I got Metronome this run. So it must have been G-Corp Otis.
청할까봐 까올 놈들은 아닌가?
전투 테스트가 너무 많지 않냐고요? 그건
Do I have any base and final power?
자녀들의 관심사가
I have
거울
3
던전이라는
final
결론을
power,
내렸기
so this
때문이라네.
could be even better. He could be rolling 1 right now.
저희가 야근이라는 말을 달고 산다고 야근을 좋아하는
Because we're actually out offense leveling him with the help of Respite and Moro.
꼭 썰어준다.
관리자가 상황에 맞는 효과적인 공격 수단을 택했으니 당연한 결과일 테지.
Metronome protection is on even turns, then yeah, it must have been G-Corp Otis.
다 법을 이제야 좀 이해했군.
G-Corp Otis has to be one of my favorite support passives. It can be slightly annoying that it's luck, but then that also lets you get the thing you need if you're going for some extreme luck reliant solo. It's like you need the evade power this turn or whatever.
전투
Makes things
테스트가 너무
possible.
많지 않냐고요?
I like when things are possible.
그건
전달받은 문서를 통해 분석한 결과 자네들의 관심사가 거울 던전이라는 결론을 내렸기 때문이라네. 전투를 좋아한다고 판단했지.
저희가 야근이라는 말을 달고 산다고 야근을 좋아하는 건
뭐라고 서 있으면
아니잖아요.
목 떨어진다.
Hey, don't heads roll that. That hurts. It's like 6 times as much damage or 5 times as much damage as if you didn't heads roll. Also, how many nails will we get on him this run? That's the question. I think my skill 3 inflicts more nails. Is that right? Or is the skill 2 just better in like every way? RNG makes us mad, but it also makes things possible, yeah.
그리야. 과거 나온 게
Well, I'm ready for this to roll 0.
자들도 생각이 있으면 허접한
I don't know if I
것들은
can actually get it to
아니진
0.
참여하게 되리라.
9. Zero damage though. That counts for something.
전투 테스트가 너무 많지 않냐고요? 그건
전달받은 문서를 통해 분석한 결과
Win rate.
자네들의 관심사가 거울 던전이라는 결론을 내렸기 때문이라네. 전투를 좋아한다고 판단했지.
저희가 야근이라는 말을 달고 산다고
RNG doesn't inherently make anything possible or impossible, but I'm saying like compared to if G-Corp Otis' passive only gave the protection or something. Sometimes you need it to do those multiple different things, and it's not like it could do all 3 at once. That would be too good.
저분들처럼만 해주시면 좋을 텐데.
불가능한 꿈이죠.
And RNG gives you something to be excited for.
외워야 할 관리.
How do you do 0 damage? Hidden bosses, the old hidden bosses, which includes these ones that are now pack bosses, they get final damage down on Clash Loss with a lot of their unbreakable coins, and that's a separate multiplier at the very end. So he has like 50% final damage. Let's actually check what it is. 50% final damage down, and then that will round down. So the 1 becomes 0.5, becomes 0.
난항을 겪는 것도 이상할 테지.
How high is this going to roll? A 1? I think I can outroll a 1. Might be tough, but we'll try our best. Okay, that's a little higher than a 1. He actually got some heads rolls. There's the 1 on the last clash. If I used one more skill to last turn, that would have been a 0. Strongest post-nerf lay hang right here. Can I check his shin buff? You think it's different from in story?
그래서 어쩌라는
Let's
거지?
see.
경계.
Damage of power up to 5. I think that's the same. More tremor. Final coins of both into unbreakable coins. I think it's the same. I mean, I don't have Lei Hang's story kit memorized or anything, but that sounds like about what I thought it was.
참여하게 되리라.
Unless you mean the normal Shin, and not tier 2 Shin. If he lives, I can check that one, but I think he'll die here, maybe. How good is my damage? Yeah, I'm doing close to 2,000 per skill. It's gonna be close. Wiki says Shin only gives 20% damage with speed difference. Mirror Dungeon Lei Hang is pre-nerf Lei Hang. I don't think they touched his Shin buff, but maybe they did. Looks like he's going to live. Hopefully he doesn't die to moths. He shouldn't. Oh, he died to contract, I think?
몇 번째 통과죠?
I didn't see a huge damage number, though.
확실히 관리자의 지위가 동반된다면 승률이 상당히 높군.
Base Yisong, you missed him. We did base Yisong on the very start of the year. Resilient growth again. We got like perfect trials this run almost, at least on the extreme floors. So what do we do on 415? Who would be fun to make roll 0? It's like Virgilius, we can definitely make roll 0. It's not even like a question. But what would be more interesting? What do people want to see? I think we're strong enough that we can handle basically any pack besides the Chromer one. Maybe we make... Honestly, most of these aren't bosses is the thing. So many of these packs aren't like boss fights. Make Ricardo roll 0 on his counter. I don't think I have enough defense power down for that. We can just do Ricardo, though. I get a bit of setup time, sure. Line 1, we did line 1 on 411 because we're soloing with an in-corp ID, so I wanted that gift. And 10% chance, final chance for a hidden boss. Nope. Never lucky. Can we get one last failed check for the road? No, Hermes denies it. Okay. I can't think of a single gift I want that I don't own that can appear in this shop. Just sanity check refreshing here. Yeah, nothing showed up. I want my skill 2s still. Just in case I get some envy absolute resonance, I'll grab that. There we go. And you know what? Fine, I'll heal my sanity. Okay. You can confirm that the Shin buff in story is max 20%. Okay. Wow, I'm not even hopeless on floor 1. That's, or on turn 1. That's surprising, but it shows just how good my trials were here. Still is going to counter though. Gregor has a resource gen ego passive. Which one could that be? It's not Ledger Domain. I don't think it's Lantern. I don't think it's ADD, although it might be. Is it Holiday? I have or Christmas Nightmare? I have zero idea what Christmas Nightmare's passive would be. Bygone Days. Huh, okay. What is it? Is it like every turn? Is it on kill? Bygone Days is on kill, okay. Because I was looking for resource passives to help me with base IDs right away, because for those of you like aren't in the Discord or whatever, I'm still trying base IDs right away. I've given up base IDs plus base ego, and I've come to the conclusion that what's it called? Ishmael's Arknight's Ego, I'm blanking on the name, just spamming that thing, Title Elegy, is going to be the only way I can do enough damage to Yinglong 3rd phase. What purpose for keeping the skill 2? Skill 2 has attack power down debuff. And the main gimmick of this run is that I'm going to try to make my floor 15 boss, which ended up being Ricardo, clash for 0 by using a bunch of this. The skill 3 inflicts less nails, doesn't inflict attack power down, and its only clash is 2 higher. Plus, I have like... there's things that affect specifically skill 2s. My skill 2... Yeah, okay, so this is clashing 3 higher. It's such a small difference, the debuff is better. So my skill 2 is kind of just better than my skill 3. You were thinking Fairy Festival on Itch. Yeah, it's unfortunate that Wingbeat and Tidal Elegy share a slot, because I feel like they're both the best option, but Sanity is bad enough. I'm not going to be able to reroll for like 30 perfect Wingbeats, you know, 45 minutes into the Yinglong fight. Getting erased by Ryoshu. Sorry, the index nurse father Rian. This is what the prescript destined. Thing is, Wingbeat passive. I can survive well enough until last phase. Like, I can get through the Heisho. I got through the Heisho with only 1 death. I could definitely get that down to 0 on a good enough run. You just do no damage in Yinglong's last phase with the base IDs, because you basically need ego to clash everything. It's so bad. The fight takes so long. You have to do so much damage to the specific part. It almost makes me feel like it's going to be worse than Section 4, but I still haven't tested Section 4 at all. It's just everything needs gloom, and the base IDs can't generate very much gloom. You have like Yisong and Gregor's skill 1s. And that's kind of it. Maybe Solid Limit Yisong will help. I mean, it looks like a lot of coins could do a lot of damage.
피해 산출값이 예상 범위를 벗어났는데요?
Alright, Ricardo.
표가 있는지 모르겠고.
Wow, I can't clash you. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. I'm pretty sure I still have Embers, though. I don't... Actually, I'm missing my stagger bar. Did I lose Embers? I wasn't really paying attention. I'm going to say next turn we try to spam debuffs on you. Maybe we do a few this turn. Or I can just not activate your counter, I guess. No, I should lower your sanity. I can't clash you, but I sure can hit you. Let's just see how this goes. I don't remember losing Embers. I can't imagine. Maybe they did turn 1, but I should at least have Ampoule and Badge still.
완마 제대로 한 방 묵어보시오. 이 새끼는 내가 직접 한 마리 지글거니
침묵하라.
Late Lineage Yisong keeps getting better with more egos. I do like IDs that have passives that help them be ego users, and he is probably the best example of that. I mean, that's already just rolling 6. A few debuffs on that, he'll be rolling 0, but can he clash for 0? That's the real test. I saw Embers activate there from Trial of Fire, so okay. Max debuffs on Ricardo this turn. These guys won't kill me. Next turn, we try to make him clash 0. Without even the help of Giuseppe, offense level down. Let's see if we can do it. Is there a reason why the Contempt Awe Mask specifically says it doesn't hurt allies? I guess it's because, like, it says it damages everything targeting them. They don't want it to kill your, like, corroding centers if they're targeting the person that has the effect. That's my best guess. I should use chains over a skill 2. If this isn't enough, I'll use the chains, yeah. But I'm expecting this to be enough.
이대로 뚫어내면 문제될 건 없다.
Maybe not. 14 attack power down. We can throw the chains at him this turn. If he's alive. Okay, so that rolled a 10, but that was like his strongest move. Where do I get damage from healing skill 2? Enter the BB. Or I didn't actually fuse it, it's just the boombox, yeah. Rolled 0 on attack, but 0 on clash is what we're really looking for. If I killed his friends, then the coined chains could also hit him for 4 more. But we'll see if this is enough. I think we're actually going to lose an Ampoule here. Or no, Promised Suffering will do way less than a counter, okay. Yeah, that's way less than a counter, I think. And now I've healed enough to survive the other counter. Alright, Ricardo, you have, what, 16 attack power down? That's gotta be enough.
주분께서 너희에게 거는 기대가 크더군.
Is he really rolling 1, or is that going to be 0?
사소한 실수로 책 잡지 아니하시니 너무 긴장하지 말고 임하게.
참여하게 되리라.
I think you get Tails, Ricardo. He should get Tails on the other one. No, he's going to stagger.
침묵하라.
Don't stagger. Okay, I do low enough damage. There we go. 415 boss clashing for 0. Mission accomplished.
침묵하라. 무가치한 저항일 뿐이야. 침묵하라.
Now we can just kill him.
침묵하라. 침묵하라.
한 대 패야도 되지? 또 말 안 해도 알아서 잘하구만.
참여하게 되리라.
If this idea could actually clash, then he'd be so ridiculous. He would be alright, but like, you aren't getting multi-slot. He's just 2 attack power down. That's not actually insane. I mean, Base Faust can do that. We stole his coupons, his boombox, and his clash power. Are we the bad guys?
빨리 좀 하지 그냥.
침묵하라. 침묵하라.
And he's staggered. And he actually stays staggered. 2.5 Pierce Fatal, by the way. To think that this guy used to be like the second most threatening enemy in Mirror Dungeon.
침묵하라. 침묵하라.
Now we have the Nurse Fathers.
침묵하라.
판도는 유리하나.
Bye, Ricardo.
그래서 어떠라는 거지?
무가치한
The highest you can get is 3.7 physical. Stagger plus is 3. You can get up. How are you getting the last point too? Is it that like Murder on the Warp Express charge gift thing?
승률이 상당히
The Leo gift does not work in solos. It needs 5 burn IDs. It actually used to work in solos. It was bugged, but they fixed it. Lord Lu. Ah, yeah. Slash resist down. I like that it still shows the gift in your collection. Like, you still technically get it at the very end, even though you never see it pop up. But yeah, that's the run. I spent, like, excess Starlight on fusions and skill search and stuff, but it's still positive. 60 adversity is cool. Tomorrow, I'll be streaming Monastic Experience up Taiwan. I don't think it will be too hard, because we have, you know, support units all the time, but we'll see. We'll see if we can do it, you know, no ego. That's the hard part of the Up Taiwan account. And I do have to go. We started late today because of internet. I'm hoping to not need to next time. I'll see you guys later.